Aurora Hound Dog Football.
Hi, I'm Roger Wheeler.
And I'm Patrick Wheeler.
We're the team behind the Aurora Hound Dog football program.
Radio Talent has been your home for local sports on radio and web TV.
That includes Aurora on aurorawebtv.com and on your local radio station, KSWM AM 940.
If you can't watch or listen live, we archive the games on our website.
Join us every Friday, including playoffs.
KSWM AM 940, home of the Aurora Hound Dogs.
Wheeler with HoundDogSports.com and the Talent Broadcasting Sports Network, and ready for another Friday night, week number 6 of the high school football season and Big 8 football. I'm joined alongside my broadcast partner, Perry Parker. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Welcome to Seneca.
What a beautiful evening.
It is gorgeous down here.
Homecoming at Seneca High School, and they're going through those festivities as we get started here, so you may hear that in the background. But we've got Big 8 football. Seneca 2-3 on the season, Aurora 1-4. So, Perry, when you think about these two schools get together, not a lot of wins between them, but both of them looking to move up in the district standings for sure.
Absolutely. Just tons and tons of tradition in both of these programs. Over the years, Seneca has been nothing but a power in not just the Big 8, but in, Class 2, Class 3, about as far southwest Missouri as you can get. But they have been just a tradition-rich program down here, and we have Aurora, coming in a successful season of last year. Two proud, rich traditions that's going to play football here in about 15, 20 minutes.
Week 6, as we mentioned, Aurora sitting with a 1-4 record. Would you agree with me that Aurora has played perhaps the most difficult schedule in southwest Missouri in the first half of the season?
I agree 100%. One of the things that I've thought about getting ready for this was, folks are going to say, well, you're a homer, blah, 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 but this may be the best 1-4 team in the state.
Right, and, Coach Kilgo says those exact same words on our Coach's Corner show that aired before we came on. He says the exact same thing, that he has been told, and he believes that they are one if not the best 1-4 team in southwest Missouri, maybe in the state of Missouri. You look at their 4 losses, all 4 to teams ranked in the top half of their state rankings.
That's right. The Hounds have had not just a hill to climb. They've had the Mount Everest of schedules, to start this season. And, we're kind of going to back build here a little bit. We're going to start the second half of the season down here at Seneca and Earl Campbell Field. Good crowd here on hand for homecoming festivities. So I look for this to be a very entertaining ball game.
The Hounds were 2-3 at this point last year and finished the regular season 5-4. Do you see any reason that that's not a possibility this year?
None whatsoever. Like I said, the schedule at the start was brutal. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think the Hounds are going to show their strength in the second half of this season, and I think we're going to see uh, a very positive outcome.
Hound Dogs one win on the season, a home game against East Newton. East Newton, since then, last week at home, defeated this Seneca team 14-0. Does that surprise you?
Not really. We haven't heard or seen much of Seneca here. They last year they kind of had their struggles, but East Newton, we saw them. They've improved dramatically. Their numbers were up. Seneca's got great numbers again. Last year they were kind of down, but if we counted right, there was probably close to 70 football players out there getting ready for their pregame warm-up. So, um, we've seen improvement in East Newton tremendously. So, not surprised by that, by the outcome of that game last week.
Until last week, Seneca really hadn't had a whole lot of problem putting points on the board. Their two wins were against Nevada to open season at Nevada, 41-14, and then they defeated McDonald County at McDonald County, 33-26. In between there, they lost to Osage 35-19 and to Mount Vernon 42-13, and then last week we mentioned against East Newton 14-0. Like opponents in that list are very few at this point so far. A lot of those teams we play later on, East Newton being the only one there that is a like opponent.
It is. This far into the season, it's rare that you've only played one common opponent, but you look at the Hound schedule and think, what in the world has happened to Aurora at 1-4. But again, we've harping on this incredible schedule that we had to start out with, and we're getting into the part of the meat of the schedule now where I think you're going to see a dramatic turnaround in the Hound Dog fortunes.
After you get 4 weeks in, they start putting together the district standings for each class and each school, and Aurora is in Class 3 District 4, an 8-team district. Aurora's currently sitting at that number 7 spot, and the goal is always to finish in the top 4.
Exactly. There's a lot of football yet to be played, and we've still got to see Cassville, we've still got to see Mount Vernon, who's ahead of us. We get to go to Mount Vernon next week, for the Bell Bowl, and then, Cassville's lurking not far behind. So I think there's going to be some shakeups in those district pairings.
I asked you last week, Perry, about trying to explain to me the scoring system and the point system, and you didn't want to delve into that.
I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Still not interested in going down that route
whatsoever. I do not know what the people were doing when they sat down in the conference room to come up with this system, but it's beyond me.
They finally have it where, after 5 weeks now, it finally starts to shake out records-wise, but still, opponent-wise, is not quite right. And the one I look at is Cassville Monett, and they're going to settle that tonight.
I know, but when you have two teams that's played one another, Cassville beat Reed Spring, and Reed Spring is above Cassville. I don't know or understand how that's appropriate or possible.
Yeah, it is an odd situation, but we'll talk more about it. We're going to take our first break. They're going to have the national anthem and all. We're going to take our break, and when we get back, we'll talk more about this and a little bit about the Hound Dogs and get ready for some high school football. We'll be right back on the Talon Radio Network.
There's a project to make our community a better place to live. You'll always find local merchants right there doing what they can to help. From sponsoring ball teams to serving barbecue at a picnic, they're always there. Shop and invest locally. Community National Bank. Wait a bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at cnb.com.
Crafton Cantrell Funeral Home of Missouri has been providing a traditional caring service to the community for 100 years. Stop in to read genealogy or discuss the product services offered by Crafton Cantrell, including pre-planned funerals, cremation services, and traditional funeral services. The people you've trusted for years stand ready to assist you as you deal with those difficult decisions. Crafton Cantrell Home, 303 South Jefferson Avenue, Aurora, Missouri, a tradition of caring.
Good calls. By calling a local Allstate agent.
Because Allstate agents live right in your neighborhood. If they're local advice, they can help you make to get the protection you need and the savings. Are you in good hands?
We quote Aurora Allstate 678-5160.
Doesn't matter who picks up your trash. These days, many options, but the best choice is a local. We at Doty Trash Service have been doing business locally for more than a quarter century. We have a record of supporting the local community through the schools, the Chamber of Commerce, and other local. From the hiring of local employees to downtown Aurora for the location and new building. It's clear that Doty Trash is committed to the betterment of the community. Doty Trash Service for your sanitation needs. Call Doty's at 678-1350. At 678-1350.
Thunder Bay Car Wash in Aurora. Come discover the comfort and convenience using the state-of-the-art automatic washer located at 902 South Elliott in Aurora. Let their equipment do the work for you. Thunder Bay is committed to giving you quality service on every wash. Attendance is Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5, Sunday 2 to 5. Thunder Bay Car Wash, official car wash for Allen Broadcast.
And Roger Wheeler back with Perry Parker at Seneca High School in Seneca, Missouri, as we get ready for Big 8 football. Perry, we're talking about the district standings and looking at Seneca and Aurora. They're right next to each other. Seneca currently 6th and Aurora 7th, so that's going to have a good opportunity for the Hound Dogs to leapfrog.
It will. I fully expect to see the Hounds get very well this evening against the Seneca Indians here in Seneca, Missouri.
Currently, I'm trying to see the clock. There's just under 10 minutes remaining before kickoff here as we get ready for football action. And Perry, we need to get to our keys to the game and looking at the starting lineups. Brought to you by Jimmy Mitchell Motor, where nobody beats their deal. Sponsoring our starting lineups this season. Give them a call at 678-5001 or online at jimmymitchell.com.
A lot of familiar names here that we've heard over the last 4 or 5 weeks. Keaton Willard's going to be out there. Devin Hilton, after having a foot injury, he's dressed and looked like he's going to be ready to go tonight. Quarterback Peyton Evans, wide receiver Clayton Dunning, running back Wyatt Neff. Connor Savage will be back in there. Malik Baker will be anchoring the line along with Grayson Heath and Brendan Castleberry, Lane McCullough, and Marvin Canales. So a lot of familiar names, but I think they're primed and ready to play.
A very important game for the Hound Dogs as they look to improve to 2-4 on the season, and a part of that will be the keys to victory.
I've got 4 that kind of lead into 2 that lead into 1. They're brought to us by Aurora Auto Plaza, pre-owned vehicles. Call 417-308-3518 or go online to AuroraAutoplaza.com and they'll fix you up with whatever kind of automobiles you need.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm going to interrupt you before you give the keys. Have you been out by there?
I have. There's lots of cars out there,
nice
cars
out
and
there.
trucks. There's, winter's coming on, so there's some 4-wheel drives out there. Folks need to get ready for the winter. Here we are, the second day of fall, but it won't be long. We'll be having fire in the fireplace and throw another blanket on the bed.
They've got a couple of trucks out there that I think they should give to you and I and let us put hounddogsports.com on them and drive those around.
Let's do it. That sounds like a good idea.
Maybe they're listening, and that'll be a new advertising idea. Yeah, we didn't hint. We just said it.
Yeah. No, nothing like obvious.
All right, Perry, you put hours of work together on these keys to victory. Let's let you have them.
The Hounds need to find the gas pedal and stand on it. We've had good offensive progress the first drive of every game we've played. We need to take that momentum and just keep going. We need to, everybody wants to protect their own field, but the Hounds need to impose their will upon this Seneca Indian team and just, not let off the gas. Number 2, we talked about chance to get well. There's opportunities here for the Aurora offense to put some yards up on the
stat sheet.
Thank you. I could thank you. And here we are. We talked about district pairings and stuff like that. Here's a chance to get some confidence. That 1-4. The kids are not down by any means, but they need to have some confidence of things that have happened on the field, and I think we're going to see that this evening. Other than that,
okay.
yeah.
I just want to make sure you were.
I'm done.
We're through those. It really can be dubbed a tale of two halves, two seasons. As you play the first half, a very difficult schedule, and in the second half of the schedule, you're playing teams that are right at your caliber. There are going to be some good football games, and I expect it to begin tonight.
I agree 100%. Seneca is the perennial Big 8 power. You're going to run the football. We tried to find some statistics on the way down here. They're averaging about 270 yards a game. About 235 of that's on the ground. So there's going to be.
Well, would you expect that any other way with Seneca football?
None whatsoever. If that had been any other than that, I would have been surprised. 30, 40 yards of passing, but Seneca's entire tradition. You go back years to Cheyenne Cummings, Mac Whitehead. These guys have been down here running the football for years. So
that's what I was gonna say. Is there a more storied Big 8 football program than the Seneca Indians?
If there is, I couldn't put a.
I was trying to do the same thing and think of one that people. If you say Big 8 football, really Seneca is where it all began.
That's right.
And a lot of people, our crowd here tonight, as you said, it was homecoming, so lots of people. Pretty good Aurora crowd over there, more than we anticipated at first. So
yeah.
It's a decent crowd. The field looks good.
It does. This late in the season, any grass field anymore, you wonder about the condition, but it looks like they've taken great care of it. After all the rain and stuff of last week, it looks like a good playing surface.
So we are just over 4 minutes away from football. We'll take our second break. We get back. We'll talk a little bit more about the Hound Dogs, talk about what we expect from some of our key players when we get back on the Talent Radio Network.
School's about to start. Back to school sales on markers, crowns, kid clothes, but what you want is to save money on a car. This month, save big during our back to school event only at Youngblood Nissan. Right now, lease the 2016 Rogue for $189 a month, the 2016 Pathfinder for $279 a month, or the 2016 Sentra for only $149 a month. To see more, visit our website, check us out on Facebook, or swing by and our friendly sales staff will be happy to show you around. Youngblood Nissan. We make it easy for you.
Honey, don't you think that bedroom's a little too hot and this kitchen's just a little bit too cold?
Cousin Bobby did the best he could when he installed the heating. Isn't that right, Cousin Bobby?
Yep. If you plan to have somebody like Bobby install your heating and cooling system, you might check with the professionals. With over 50 years experience, Central Sheet Metal in Aurora knows how to install a new Carrier system in your home so every room is comfortable. Central Sheet Metal and Carrier. Professional installation, quality equipment.
Air conditioning 6780402 6780402 Keller Heating and Air.
I think you love that car. You love me.
Oh, how can you say that?
You wash it, you hand wax it, you listen to music.
Pure coincidence.
Mm-hmm. Hope your insurance company feels the same way about you do.
They do. I'm one. Maybe that's the reason so many people shelter their car insurance. We have great nuts about cars. Claims people are fast, fair, and if I were to hear you go shut it up. Wear your shield when you're
For a free insurance, like shelter Aurora.
In 1960, founded on these basic principles with quality vehicles and
You ever figure out what the officials had?
free
He had it in his hand.
It's the covers for the chain crew.
And almost 50 years later, Jimmy Mitchell continues to honor these traditional values. You shop Jimmy Mitchell Motors, you'll find a vast selection of new and quality pre-owned vehicles priced to sell. You too can experience total customer satisfaction at Jimmy Mitchell in Aurora, where nobody beats you. At the Aurora Auto Plaza, where you own used car dealership that offers outstanding selection of vehicles at affordable prices. We have over 50 vehicle inventory and cars starting as low as $1,000 with a no-pressure staff. Listen to what one of our satisfied customers had to say.
Just want to thank you for everything you've done for us. You guys did a great job getting us into this church. We love it, and Mama hasn't had it in a long time.
We know. Mama isn't happy, no one is. Auto Plaza, 2026 in Aurora. Call 308-3518. Visit us at AuroraAutoplaza.com.
And back live in Missouri at Seneca High School. I'm Roger Wheeler alongside Perry Parker. Captain's meeting at midfield. We are just minutes away from football. Other 3 Big 8 games going on. Everybody's playing Big 8 opponents this evening. We got Aurora, Seneca. Cassville is at Monett, and that's the backyard brawl that'll be a big deal this evening, right,
There'll be a big crowd there.
That'll be a big one. And it's a big one in the Big 8 standings as well, district standings as also. And that'll be a big game. Any thoughts on predictions for that one?
I'm going to have to say, if I had to put chocolate chips, as Ned Reynolds says, I'd put mine on Monett.
Especially at home.
At Monett, yeah, absolutely.
Mount Vernon is at East Newton?
Mount Vernon will throw the ball all over the field. I don't know if East Newton's got enough to stop that.
And Lamar at McDonald County.
Ouch.
That's as far as you want to take that one, huh?
That's all you need. Ouch.
Yeah. I feel sorry for the Mustangs this evening.
Yeah.
Would appreciate a big upset.
Oh, that would be a miracle, a miracle of miracles. I'd say that one will be out of hand very quickly.
Seneca won the toss, and they chose to defer, so the Hounds will start with the football here in just a few moments. Perry, let's talk real quickly about, on the Aurora side, some of the things we expect out of Peyton Evans and the running game.
I expect him to see it open up a lot tonight. I'm not sure what exactly how many yards that Seneca's been giving up, but I expect to see Peyton Evans up and down the field, making good reads, making positive yards this entire evening.
All right, we are very close to kickoff as we get ready to go here. I think it's important to, as you said, to follow the keys to the game and get off to a quick start and keep that pedal down and drive this thing as fast as we can.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. We've had good first drives. We scored, I think, just about on every one. But then we've kind of, backed off or done whatever. But we need to keep that offensive momentum going throughout this entire ballgame. Because it's going to be a short possession. The way Seneca runs the ball, you're not going to get a lot of chances in possession. So you got to do damage while you've got it.
All right, both teams in the huddles getting their last and final instructions here as we get ready to kick off Big 8 football on Friday night here in Seneca. And Aurora looking to improve on that 1-4 record and move their way up both the conference standings as well as the district.
Yeah, as we stand here and look at it, Aurora's going to receive the ball, and we're going to do my ever favorite thing. They're going to be going right to left this time on your radio dial or on your presets. How about that?
Oh, on a presets
on
now.
The presets. I'm trying to get a little more into the digital age.
I think that's a good thing, but I don't think it's necessary. People totally understand your right to left now.
Well, we have kind of the mirror images. We've got Seneca in their traditional red jerseys and white helmets, and Aurora in the white jerseys and the red helmets.
So it's a better night to be in white and white, isn't it, from last weekend with the rain and mud. But here we go, as Seneca will kick off to the Hound Dogs. Short kickoff. It's going to be fielded short by Caleb Baker. Caleb goes to the right side, takes the ball up the middle. He's got a gap. He's up to midfield and into Seneca territory at about the 49.
Great return by Caleb. He took the ball on the hash and cut right to the middle and penetrated Seneca territory right here off the kickoff. So great field position as the Hounds start their offensive drive.
The 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of Seneca. So great field position to begin for quarterback Peyton Evans. Third-year quarterback starter Peyton Evans. Lots of experience leading the football team. Evans in the backfield, takes a snap. He'll hand off to the first guy through. That's Wyatt Neff. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Not much room there on first down.
No, they kind of looked like they were waiting for that. 81, Gavin Dunham, Jr. met Wyatt in the hole. So it's second down, a little no gain.
Second down and a long 9. I'm surprised they gave him that much on that when he was met right at that line of scrimmage. But second down, Wyatt Neff to the left of Peyton Evans in the backfield. 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Peyton Evans takes the shotgun snap. He drops back. He's looking for a receiver. He goes to Devin Hilton at about the 38. He met right there by the Indian defense, but that'll be enough for a Hound Dog first down.
Good to see Devin Hilton back out there after having that toe injury. You know, he's that slot receiver that you know we depend on to get that first down. It's 11-yard pickup.
I think Devin plays an important role, especially with Preston Naylor still out.
Yeah, Naylor may be back in time for districts, but you know that just puts that much more pressure on the rest of that receiving corps.
Neff this time lines up in the eye behind Peyton Evans. Evans takes the snap from shotgun. He's going to take off on what looks like a quarterback keeper around the left side. He's got a little bit of room to the 35, pushed out of bounds there. He'll pick up about 3 yards on first down.
Great block by White Neff in the backfield. One of the defensive linemen had penetrated into the backfield, and White Neff blocked him off and gave the outside line to Peyton to get those 3 yards. So good job by White Neff.
Designed quarterback keepers, very important for Peyton. That time coming to the short side of the field and ran out of room.
Well, that way, you know, that defense has to respect his running ability, so that's just something they show to that defense.
Evans drops back. He's looking down the right side. Pass is incomplete. No flags.
Intended for Clayton Dunning. He was pretty well covered. It would have taken a pretty miraculous catch to pull that one in.
Yeah, we're used to seeing Peyton be able to, or I'm sorry, Clayton be able to separate from the defense. He didn't that time.
I don't know if he stumbled or what, but defensive back was right there. The ball was in a good spot. Peyton dropped it right in there, but the coverage was very good, and it would have taken a miraculous catch to pull that in. So here we are, third down and about 7 for the Hounds.
Ball on the 35-yard line. Need to get to the 28 for a first down. Peyton Evans shotguns, takes the snap. Delayed snap now. He's going to take off running to his right, trying to find some room, but Seneca defense says no way, and they knock him down about the 40-yard line on third down. So 4 down territory?
Probably. Loss of about 8. Well, no, they're going to give him forward progress. So loss of about 5 yards on that. So fourth down right on the 40-yard line.
So 4th and 12 now with the ball on the Seneca 40-yard line. 4 down territory, so the Hounds will either quick kick this one away or they will attempt the throw that will be as good as a punt. They've done that a lot this year, one way or the other. Evans kicks it away. It's a quick kick.
Nice high kick.
Bounce at about the 7-yard line. Takes a Seneca bounce and dives about the 8. And that's where the Indians will have the football for their first time. So first offensive possession, not what you had anticipated or hoped for, Perry.
No, I expected quite a bit more from the Hound offense. But, again, that was a great punt by Peyton Evans. Pinned Seneca deep inside their own 10-yard line. So the Hound defense gets out on the field and see what we can do to if we can stifle this running attack by the Seneca Indians.
So Seneca 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. I'm sorry. We'll need to get to the 18 for a first down. His quarterback, sophomore Gavin Klaus in the backfield. Got running backs on each side of him. Takes the snap. And he rolls to his right. He's being pressured. He was going to take off out the sidelines.
There's a flag down.
There is a flag down. Klaus is out of bounds at about the 11. We'll check the flag. Perry will let you know.
It was a high snap, and the quarterback pulled it down. And we had pressure on him about the goal line. Illegal shift on Seneca, so that'll push him back just a little bit deeper in there into the field.
Give the officials the opportunity to mark this off.
They're just talking it over with Grayson Heath, and I believe the Hounds are going to accept this one. This remains first down. First down for the Seneca Indians. The ball is on their own 4-yard line.
1st and 14 now with the ball on the 4 for Klaus under center. He takes the snap, rolls to his left.
The pitch ball on the ground.
And the Hound Dogs have it.
Connor Savage comes back from that defensive linebacker position. The pitch was never really handled very well by the Seneca Indians, and Connor Savage is right there to jump on it inside Well, I'm going to take that back. Yes, about the 3-yard line of the Seneca Indians. So Hounds are 3 yards away from drawing first blood.
So Connor Savage picks up the fumble on the pitch to the running back, and the Hound Dogs will have it first and goal from the 3.
Connor Savage is one of these guys in the last 3 or 4 weeks especially. He's played quietly, but he has been a dominant force on the field.
J.D. Lee under center. He takes snap, hands off to Peyton Evans. Evans driving forward. He'll use that strength. He's now near the goal line. No signal yet. He's down inside the 1 right on the goal line. Is J.D. Lee. You wanted to see some of this in the last couple of weeks. J.D. Lee comes into quarterback and Peyton's the running back.
Yeah, there was a perfect example of it. They put Peyton in as a running back, handed off, and he got 2 tough yards. The ball is all but touching the goal line.
Yeah, we're looking at our video feed, which you can watch on AuroraWebTV.com, and the ball is literally sitting inches
tickling the goal
on the goal line. So now you've got
same thing,
same lineup, and J.D. Lee's going to try to push it across, and no signal yet. Looks like he got pushed back on 2nd and goal.
Seneca Indians, stacked the box and brought a lot of pressure right up through the middle, right where that quarterback sneak tried to attack.
So JD not near as big as Peyton, but when you're that close, I understand the call.
Yep.
But you've got a Wyatt Neff in the backfield. I think Peyton should be handing this thing to that big old boy and letting him get across the line here on 3rd and goal now from the 2.
J.D. Lee still in there.
Evans in the backfield. He'll take the snap and roll to his right, and he's going to go in almost untouched for the Hound Dog. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Aurora, with 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Peyton Evans took the pitch, and it was just a foot race to the corner. And with Peyton Evans' running ability, that's no race at all.
So interesting twist as the Hounds use Peyton Evans as the running back to get in the end zone. So Hounds set up for the extra point here. Jeremy Schobrock will kick the extra point for the Hounds. Kick is up. And it's good.
So 8:06 left in the first quarter. Hound Dogs take the lead 7-0 here in Seneca, Missouri.
Let's take a quick break. We come back. We will have the kickoff to the Seneca Indians here in the first quarter on the Talon Radio Network.
Parkway and Central Sheet Metal has been doing business in the Lawrence County area at their offices in Fort Missouri for over 60 years. Wow, that's a lot. Central Sheet Metal is your hometown carrier dealer, installing quality carrier furnaces and conditioners for over 55 years. Man, that's a lot. Did you know Carrier invented air conditioners and have been an industry leader for over 100 years? That's really a lot. Parkway Hardware Sheet Metal is proud to sponsor high school football.
Numbers? The numbers are.
Good luck and have a great season.
They're probably all like that, aren't they?
Hardware and Central Sheet Metal, 23 West Street, Aurora. Go by or call.
I should know.
7-8-3839.
I know most of them, but.
Pettit Law Office can assist you if you've been injured in a collision. No plans on being in a wreck, but you are. Call the Pettit Law Office. That's your options. At Pettit Law, you don't pay an attorney's fee for your cases unless and until you receive your settlement. Call the Pettit Law Office for a free confidential consultation with experienced attorneys. They're located at 200 South in Aurora, across the street from the Fire Station. Call the Pettit Law Office. The choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
White Neff with the tackle on the kickoff for the Hound Dogs. The Seneca will take over 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line.
32.
See, I can't even add from here, Perry.
Yeah, it's early. We'll get you.
That's why I keep you along.
Yeah, we'll give you a little slack so far.
32, 1st and 10 for the Indians. Klaus drops back, looks to pass. He's going to throw it up the middle. That ball is intercepted. It is in the hands of J.D. Lee.
J.D. Lee picked it off from that secondary position.
We had 2 guys that were on it at once, but J.D. took it away and returned it to the 32-yard line.
About the original line of scrimmage there, brought it right back. Hounds are going to turn back the offense, and they're right back on the field in their offensive possession.
Seneca does not pass the ball a lot, and that one he threw into a lot of coverage as he tried to get the slant across the middle.
Yeah, the receiver for a moment was open, and that, like you said, that little window closed quickly. and JD picked it off to give the ball back to the Hound Dogs.
Peyton Evans back in the game at quarterback in the shotgun. No running back with him. He's got 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right.
Here's the part of the game we talked about. We need to stand on the gas right here.
Evans dropped back looking for a receiver. He's under pressure again, though, as Seneca gets to him at about the 39-yard line. The offensive line not giving Peyton a lot of time to look down the field and let the receivers get open.
Well, he tried to kind of give it a double pump to try to make give that outside receiver a little extra time, and the Seneca defense just wasn't going to allow that to happen.
So the ball on the 39, a 7-yard loss. It'll be second down and 17 for the Hound Dogs as they break huddle.
Hounds just can't get frustrated here. They just got to keep their composure.
Keaton Willard to the left of Peyton Evans. Wyatt Neff in motion. Evans drops back for the screen. He gets the ball to his running back, Wyatt Neff, but not much running room as he's tackled about the 38. So the Seneca defense is doing its job tonight for sure.
That was well read by the Seneca linebacker. Well, they let the defensive line go by, and Neff was out there for that completion, but that linebacker was waiting for him, so he just got, I don't think he got any yardage at all.
So 3rd and 16 now for the Hounds.
We have a 3rd and 16 play.
You know it?
We're about to see it right here.
Evans looking to his left. He's throwing the ball up to Clayton Dunning. Dunning goes up and unable to pull it down at about the 15, so it'll be 4th down.
Ball was a little underthrown by Peyton Evans. Dunning tried to slow down and wait for the ball to come back, and that allowed the defense to close on him. And again, well defended by the Seneca defensive backs, but that ball had a little bit more air, a little bit more mustard. Clayton might have been able to pull that in for a long game.
Cassville leads Monett 6-0 early. So 4th down, Evans in the backfield again. See if he quick punts, and he will.
Nice high
kick. He's going to drop at about the 16-yard line, take a little bit of an Aurora bounce down to the 11 or 12. And that's where Seneca will take possession. And so far playing a lot of field possession here and putting the Indians back deep in their own territory.
Well, if you've been to Earl Campbell Field here in Seneca, you know where the Indian and the totem pole are. We've played the entire first part of this quarter on that side of the 50. We have yet to see the ball on the other half of the 50-yard line, so it's all been right here in this one end of the field. Seneca comes to the line, again, 1st and 10 on about the 12.
Sophomore quarterback Gavin Klaus under center. Takes the snap. He's going to hand off to the first guy through. He's tackled about the 15-yard line. That's Spencer Bratton. He'll pick up a couple.
Connor Savage filling that middle hole again. There's a name I expect we're going to hear quite a bit tonight.
2nd and 7 from the 15 for the Indians.
Hounds in that tradition. Well, they're going with a four down lineman. They've been using 3. Now they've got 4. So a little change in the defensive philosophy here.
Klaus takes the snap. Going to keep it himself this time, trying to go around the left end. He's met by the Hounds at about the 19. He'll pick up about 4 on that play. They bring up a 3rd and manageable.
Caleb Baker was the first man to meet him in the hole, and he was hanging on, and the rest of the Hound Dogs showed up and helped finish off the quarterback.
3rd and 4 for the Indians, deep in their own territory. Aurora leading this one 7-0 in the first quarter, 5:08 on the clock.
Yeah, 3rd and 4. The Hounds need to stop and get the ball back here. We got a late substitution here by the Indians. We got maybe a change in the play.
And the
flag.
Looks like a timeout.
Timeout, my bad.
Looks like Seneca's going to get a timeout for what you were seeing there as they looked a little bit unorganized.
They weren't quite sure what they had drawn up, so.
It's a big play, 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 from inside your own 20-yard line. You want to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Aurora on top 7-0 scoring on a 3-yard run by Peyton Evans. the running back, Peyton Evans.
Yeah, we've heard stories that this was going to happen. They were going to bring J.D. Lee in as a quarterback and drop Peyton back into the running back position, and we've seen it on 2 or 3 plays here already.
Like Perry was talking, we played this whole first quarter so far on one half of the field down here, and that kind of limits your yardage, your numbers. Aurora not with a lot of numbers yet, starting with some pretty good field position and holding Seneca back deep in their own territory.
Yeah, we need to make sure we do that right here. You know, if you can keep that short field for the Hound offense, that just makes it that much better, and your percentage goes up on your ability to score. Every yard you can get closer to that goal line. Here we go, 3rd down.
3rd and 4, Seneca breaks their huddle.
Split backs in the backfield.
Klaus under center, going to roll to his right. He throws out here to Zach Dunham. Dunham able to get down the line a little bit down to about the 32-yard line. That'll be plenty for a first down.
First completion there for the Seneca offense. Just that little out pattern to the sideline, and Dunham took the ball for about 15 yards.
Yeah. You know, if they're going to give that to you, you've got to take that. So 1st and 10 for the Indians. Klaus hands off to his running back straight up the middle to find some room past the 40, the 45, midfield for Cole Hatfield. He's down to the Aurora 44-yard line. So start adding those yards, Perry. That's 24-yard gain. J.D. Lee finally bringing him down, but Cole Hatfield finding some running room through the Aurora defense.
He went right up the middle and bounced it to the outside, and J.D. Lee was back there in the defensive backfield and finally corralled him to drop him for that holding to a 24-yard loss.
Holding to
gain,
24s. It's not good. So 1st down, Klaus drops back, hands it off again to his running back.
Mr. Bratton.
That is Spencer Bratton. Bratton just outside the 40, so we'll give him 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 for the Indians.
Malik Baker on the stop from that defensive end, so it's good to see Malik getting in there.
It is Seneca's homecoming night.
2nd down and 7 for the Indians here. We've crossed midfield. It's right on the 40-yard line.
Klaus under center. There's movement on the offensive line.
Flags go flying. Procedure on the Indians, so that'll back them up 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 12.
You know, on homecoming evening, the Indians have a lot to play for, so they're going to be working hard. They're not going to stay on that one side of the field very long.
No, they're going to be very determined to protect their home turf.
3rd and 4. I'm sorry, 2nd and 12 with 3:40 remaining on the clock here for the Indians. Klaus under center, drops back, hands off to the
keeper.
Keeps it himself. Good job by Gavin Klaus as he pulled it back away from Bratton and then took off past the 40, almost to the 30-yard line. 16-yard gain on a 2nd and 12. That'll be a first down for the Indians.
Yeah, that was just plain straight ahead football. He faked the dive to the running back and he pulled the ball back and took off running. Something the Hounds are going to have to make an adjustment on.
Klaus under center. Takes a snap and hands off to the first guy through. That's Spencer Bratton. He falls on his own trying to make a cut to the left, but he's down to about the 23. So 7-yard gain on first down as the Indians are finding running room against the Hound Dogs.
Had he put that plant foot down and had that come out, he might have scored because he was in open territory.
Yeah, he made the cut back to the left, saw the open field. 2:48 on the clock here in the first quarter. Aurora up 7-0. Klaus under center. 2 running backs behind him. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Hatfield. Hatfield trying the left side of the offensive line, and he'll gain a few down to about the 17-yard line. So that's another first down. They'll move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 17.
That was just pure power football. The big number 30, Bratton, clearing the way, and Hatfield tucked in behind him, and it was just smash mouth football right up the middle of the offensive line.
Cole Hatfield, Spencer Bratton in the backfield, Klaus under center. Takes the snap. He hands off to Bratton. Bratton takes it up the middle. The Hound Dogs are there this time, and he's down about the 14. So 3-yard gain on first down. We've talked many times. You get 3 yards on a down, you'll take that.
Yeah, every time. So, it's nice to see the Hound defenders bottle that up right there in the middle, but we're down on 14-yard line, so we need to make darn sure we know where that ball is.
2nd and 7 for the Indians. They look to tie this thing up. Klaus has looked to throw.
Kind of a
and
busted play.
A busted play. He gets brought down in the backfield. See who that is.
J.D.
I believe
Lee
J.D.
got him.
Lee. Yeah, J.D. Lee comes up with the blitz through the line, as it looked like Klaus wanted to throw that one quickly and then pulled it back.
Loss of 6 yards, so that backs it up. 3rd and 13.
So 3rd and 13 from the Seneca 20. Big play here with 1 minute and 20 seconds on the first quarter clock.
I guarantee you we're in 2-down territory.
Same setup, Klaus under center. Takes the snap, rolls right, hands off to Bratton. Nowhere to go this time. He's brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Wyatt Neff coming up from that inside linebacker to prevent any gain there. So that's
this is where a running team might find difficulty when they're down in this area with 4th and long, and you're going to go for it. So you look to put the ball up, but you haven't had success in that area. They've got 2 receivers out left.
Their statistics show they throw about 30 yards a game, so not the strongest portion of the Seneca attack.
And Klaus takes off up the middle. He's got room. He's inside the 10.
I don't think it's going to be enough for a first down.
He's down just about outside the 10, almost the 11, somewhere in between the 2. We can't quite tell from our vantage point, but they will turn the ball over to the Hounds.
Blake Williams stepping in there again from that linebacking core prevents the first down. So Hounds take over 1st and 10 from their own 11-yard line with just 2.5 seconds left in the first quarter.
A 2.5 is 25, by the way.
Oh, well, when you're old and you can't see, that's what
well,
happens.
you take care of the lines for me. I'll take care of the clock.
That'll work.
So 1st and 10 for the Hound Dogs. Peyton Evans in the backfield. Takes the shotgun snap, looking to his right for his receiver.
Keaton Willard makes a nice catch.
Keaton Willard. I was watching Caleb Baker out there near that play as well, as he usually finds Baker in that area. Good job by Keaton to catch that one at about the 23-yard line. So 12-yard gain. And first down with 16 seconds remaining as they'll set the chains and wind the clock.
It's good to see the Hounds get up out of that hole. So
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. White Neff lining up behind Peyton Evans. Keaton Willard in motion left to right. Evans rolling to his left. He's going to try to keep this one. Cuts it back up the middle, past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. So about 8-yard gain on first down for Peyton Evans. So flag on the play. We'll see what that is before we go to our break. Call is a hold.
Hold on the Hounds
against the offense. So that's the last play of the quarter. So we'll go ahead and take our break. It's after 1, the Hound Dogs lead the Seneca Indians here in Seneca 7-0.
As teenagers, everyone wanted to go jeeping, and then you became an adult, you forgot about having fun? Come on, Springfield. I know you better than that. If it's been a while since you've smiled, come test drive a new Jeep at Youngblood. Right now, prices are at their lowest to get you in a Jeep. The summer clearance event at Youngblood Chrysler Jeep. Come ask for Gentry specials this August.
591 topping pizza and a big special for only $6.45. Today is every day from only $6.99, and your drink is your pizza place has handcrafted great prices for your family. Come see us at your pizza place and enjoy great food and some wonderful company.
Access Family Care Medical Clinic serves Southwest Missouri.
Lifelong resident of Berry County, I appreciate the
you have access to quality medical and dental
You got that?
and their access to family care. I'm part of a team. We're on a mission to serve you with
Great care. More than just a visit to our clinic. Great care for your family. Relationships. I think great.
And back in Seneca, one untimed play there as we went to break and came back. Perry, it was 1st and 20 for the Hound Dogs as they had one untimed play after the penalty. And completion to Clayton Dunning.
Keaton Willard,
I'm sorry.
22 yards. He dropped it right down the chimney. He had double coverage, and Keaton came down with it for a 22-yard pickup.
It's good to see Keaton getting involved in some of the offense here. So now we're at the end of the first quarter, 7-0 in favor of the Hounds. They run that untimed down while we were at break there. But the break was very enjoyable.
Very enjoyable. Learned a lot about your pizza place.
Yes, we did.
I'm looking forward to getting back there.
I know. We haven't been back there. We've got a home game here in a couple of weeks against Cassville, I believe. And we'll get to enjoy the post-game pizza party again at your pizza place. So Hound Dogs will have it 1st and 10 as they've changed directions now. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line after the completion to Keaton Willard. Evans in the backfield. In motion is Logan Lawfer, and he will take the handoff. He's going around the left side. He's got some room past the 45 and knocked down about the 47, 48-yard line.
That's a part of Logan's game that people don't realize, how fast he can squirt through those holes. So a nice gain by Mr. Lawfer. Got about 6. So 2nd about 4 for the Hounds here, just on their about the 48-yard line on their own side of the field.
This time, Peyton Evans keeps it himself up the middle and past midfield down to about the 46-yard line of the Seneca Indians. Reverse play of our last play as Logan Lawfer came around the other direction, and this time the quarterback, Peyton Evans, kept it himself.
Did a nice little ballerina pirouette about halfway through there. Gained about another 5 yards thanks to that. So nice move there by Peyton Evans.
And a 1st down for the Hounds as they are inside Seneca territory again at the 46-yard line. Only once have they been on the board, and that was after a fumble recovery inside the 10.
We're seeing a little offense here moving, so we got to keep it going.
And the fake to Logan Lawfer this time. Evans going to go down deep to Clayton Dunning. He's got it at about the 10-yard line.
Right at the 10.
Clayton Dunning with the catch. He didn't have to do a whole lot on that one as Peyton Evans put it right into his breadbasket.
37 yards on that little pitch and catch, as you say. Clayton started down the outside and run a little post pattern where he runs down the sideline and breaks toward the middle. And Peyton delivered the strike, and Clayton came down with it. So we're 1st and goal from the 10.
J.D. Lee under center. Peyton Evans in the backfield once again inside the 10. Doing this again as he's going to toss it to Peyton to the left. Not a lot of room as they expect that. As they see Peyton in the backfield, the Seneca defense now is kind of keen on number 7.
I think they figured out if Peyton Evans is going to be a running back, there's a pretty good chance he's going to get the ball. So those linebackers are spying him wherever he goes.
So 2nd and 11 as Peyton loses 1 yard. No 1st down to be had. It is 2nd and goal from the 11. 9:54 on the clock. Hound Dogs on top. 7-0 here in Seneca.
Hounds are inside the 20. They need to come away with points here.
It's tossed to Evans, but Evans is looking to pass. He throws it up in the air, and it is incomplete.
That was a design halfback pass, but well defended by Seneca. So that was there was 4 people within catching distance of that ball. 2 from Aurora and 2 from Seneca. We were lucky it wasn't intercepted.
Lots of wrinkles for sure for the Hound Dogs.
Absolutely. We're seeing lots of things we haven't seen before in this offense.
3rd and goal from the 11.
Evans showed good strength not going down. He had a couple guys hanging on to him and was still able to get the ball away to prevent the loss.
Evans at quarterback in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops it back, looks to the left. Going to throw it up the middle. He's got his man, but it is knocked out of his hands in the end zone.
Trying to see who the pass was intended for. Can you make it out?
I think that is Devin Hilton.
Tried to watch the ball all the way into his body, and a hand came in from the Seneca defender and dropped it away just as the ball got there. So here we go, 4th down and 11, goal to goal. Hounds need to score.
Evans is at the shotgun. He's got a 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left. He drops back, looks left, keeps looking left, rolls to his right. Going to take off running from the 15. He throws it up in the air. He's got a receiver in the end zone, but the defense of the Indians knocks that down, and the Indians will take over at the 11-yard line.
That was one of the things we talked about early. You know, the Hounds need to take every advantage that they can when they get inside that 20-yard line. They were denied right there from the 11. 1st and goal from the 10 and come away with no points.
Can't continue to be held out of the end zone inside the red zone.
This is going to be a shortened game because Seneca is going to run, and then when they get done with that, they're going to run some more.
1st and 10 from the 11 for the Indians. Gavin Klaus, the sophomore quarterback under center, takes the snap, hands off to the second man through.
Hatfield
met about the 12. I wish we had a McCoy.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I'd give anything to have a McCoy.
So you could have a Hatfield and a McCoy.
Yeah, Hatfield runs into McCoy. That'd be great.
That would be special.
That would make this game worthwhile. Right there.
Make it much more entertaining. We'll need to, just change the program. His mom and dad won't like it, but
it's got to be somebody we can name McCoy.
Somebody out there we can name McCoy.
2nd and 8, 2-yard gain for.
Everybody needs a nickname.
The Indians. Klaus rolls left, hands off. Can't see who he gave that one to, but about the 13-yard line. Spencer Bratton, not a lot of running room. Levi Tucker. See, we're both wrong.
Well,
that's way too far for me to be seeing.
Connor Savage in there again on the tackle, but no gain.
Levi Tucker is a 5'11 junior. Third and 8, 8:15 on the clock for the Indians. They try to get out of their own territory. Klaus going to take off running up the left side on his own. He's tackled out of bounds by, looks like Caleb Baker. We'll push him out of bounds.
It's going to be 4th down and about 3.
So can you see where that ball is?
I'm just going by the yard marker on the other side. So he got about 5 on that carry. When he rolled out, it looked like he wanted to throw. And then he tucked it under his arm and took off around that outside and picked up those 5 yards. So 4th down.
Indians in punt formation back deep for Aurora is Logan Lawfer.
Good snap.
Punt is up.
Good kick.
Good kick. Logan's going to let this one go about the 43-yard line. Takes a good Indian bounce all the way down to about the 27-yard line of the Hound Dogs, and that's where they'll take over 1st and 10.
Just about 20 yards worth of bounce on that one. So
now the Indians playing a little field position.
Yeah,
ball.
They flipped the field right there. They were on the 8-yard line and kicked it all the way, looks like, to about the 28. So a fine kick by the Seneca punter. Hounds are going to take over here with 7:51 left in the second quarter, up 7-0.
The Hound Dogs haven't found a lot of success offensively moving the ball up and down the field as they have in weeks past. Going to need to do that. Starting right here with Peyton Evans. 1st and 10 for the Hounds. He rolls to his right. He keeps it himself, and there's not much room there as he gets flipped over at about the 27-yard line. Not much of a gain there.
They're going to be generous and give him a part of a yard.
Cassville leading Monett 13-0, and that's a little bit of a surprise.
That's a shock. That Monett, I figured would handle Cassville fairly easily.
Yeah, you predicted that one.
Yes, I did.
I'm not going to take you to the casino down the road after this.
Not a casino guy.
not now, especially not now.
Not now, but that's really not my deal.
Monett just scored, so it's 13-7 now. Evans up the middle. He's got a man open. That's Logan Lawfer at midfield. At the 40, the 30, makes a spin move. He gets away from two tacklers. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5. pay dirt for the Hound Dogs and Logan Lawfer, and I don't see a flag anywhere.
I don't see any hankies on the field. 72 yards.
Logan Lawfer with a 72-yard touchdown for the Hound Dogs with a couple of really nice moves to break free for the sophomore.
Showed that quickness and that speed, caught the ball right over the middle. It turned into a track meet. They kind of caught up to him. He spun away from it and just kept going. Great move, great run.
72 yards, you say?
72 yards for Logan Lawfer.
Extra point is up.
Waiting for the signal. Looks
Jeremy
good to
Showbrook,
me.
and
it's good.
It's good, giving the Hound Dogs a 14-0 lead after a 72-yard touchdown catch and run. Yards after the catch, Perry, what? He caught that about midfield, so 50 yards or so.
50 yards close to it.
After that, it's the 6:57 mark here of the second quarter, and Logan Lawfer puts the Hounds up 14-0. That extra point is brought to you by Crafton Cantrell Funeral Home. For caring and personal assistance during your family's time of loss, give Steve a call at Crafton Cantrell, 678-2144. Wow, that was some incredible moves by Logan Lawfer.
It was. Now he's got a tremendous average he's going to have to keep up. The 72-yard pass completion average, he's going to have a big night if he catches a couple of more.
Yeah, no doubt.
But, he's just a sophomore. He's just a youngster out there. So being able to see him pull that ball down and race to the end zone, that was awesome to
about
watch.
the 30-yard line, he spun, and that got him away from one defender, and he had one to beat. And
he turned
the
on the
juke
jets
move
and was
he
gone.
made on that kid about the 25, and then it was just race to the end zone.
Yeah, there might have been some clothes on the field. That's a polite way to put it.
Yeah, so here's the kickoff down to the 21, fielded by the Indians. Not much room there. So it's going to be brought down about the 25-yard line.
We're just keep talking about that pass completion. That just shows how fast the Hounds can strike. On that kickoff, number 12 for Seneca. I'm not sure what his name is.
12, I don't have a 12, so you're.
So sorry, Mom and Dad.
Hey, if Seneca's listening to us, we don't need that.
No, so
they've got their own.
Yeah, he tried to handle it and bobbled it, and that allowed the Aurora coverage to come down and hem him in before he got too much of a head start on trying to gain some yards.
1st and 10 for the Indians from the 27. Klaus hands off to Bratton, it looks like around the left side, and he'll be knocked down at about the 33-yard line, about a 6-yard gain.
That's just a plain old power sweep. He put a stiff arm into a Aurora defender and got about 6, as you said. That's just power football that we used to seeing every Friday night in the Big 8.
Seneca Indians line up Gavin Klaus, their sophomore quarterback, leading the way in the shotgun. This time he'll take the shotgun snap and hand off once again up the middle to about the 38-yard line. There's Lance. Lance Heimer. I was just about to ask where he was, but that's Lance Heimer, the 5'10", 180-pound senior. Enough for a first down after
Connor Savage and White Neff stepping up from that linebacker to make that stop. We're starting to hear Connor Savage's name more and more and more as the year goes on.
Klaus going to throw to the right. He's got a receiver, but there's also a defender out there. And
is it picked off?
That ball is incomplete. As Isaac Martinez.
I almost said it.
You almost said Moses?
I almost said Moses.
Isaac Martinez on that one.
Isaac left his feet to try to make that interception, and he come very, very close.
Mount Vernon leads East Newton 7-0. Cassville on top of Monett 13-7. Lockwood on top of Pierce City 6-0. And those are some of your area scores.
Seneca's a 2nd down and 10 from about their own 40-yard line.
Klaus getting instructions under center. Got 2 running backs behind him. He'll take the snap. He's going to roll to his left, look for a receiver. He's got him. That's Zach Dunham. Dunham is pushed out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. A 4-yard gain as Clayton Dunning pushes him out of bounds.
Just that little dunk and dink. That's all they're doing, but that's kind of what the defense is giving them. So that's what they're trying to take.
I like what I see with the Hounds using more of Loffer on the offensive side of the ball. I can't get away from that play.
Yeah, he's going to be, well, not going to be, he is a valuable weapon. And again, just a sophomore.
He's getting his opportunity because of the injury to Preston Naylor.
He's taking advantage of it.
3rd and 6. Klaus hands off to Bratton, trying to get around the corner on the right side.
Flag down.
Flag comes down about the 43-yard line, and Bratton down at the 46.
We don't know, but that's usually in the vicinity of a holding call, trying to sweep that right end.
Here comes the call, and Perry has nailed it, so now we might talk again about the casino.
No.
Still no?
No.
Well.
No, I've been to the casino one time, and 20 minutes after I got there, I was ready to go home. It's just like, to me, that's just like video games. It's like, why? You know, I know you can win money, but, you know, you push the button and the lights light and the bells ring, and it's like, really? You do this for hours?
That's what you do.
That's not what I do.
Ball is being pushed back to the 34s where they have marked. It'll be a 3rd and 15.
So that always helps when you keep pushing the team back. 3rd and 15. Hounds can't give up the big play here. We need to keep Seneca in their end of the field, which we've been pretty fortunate to do so far.
Hound Dog defense pitching a shutout so far here in Seneca, leading 14-0 with 5:42 on the clock. If you didn't come to this one, you missed out on a good first half. And Klaus is rolling to his left, going to throw out here to Dunham. This pass is complete to about the 46, so they'll pick up 12 of the 15 yards they needed and bring up a 4th and 3, still in their own territory. Be interesting to see what they decide here. It looks like they're leaving the offense in.
Yeah. Dunham is a good possession receiver. I don't know we haven't seen the vertical speed yet, but he's been out on those flats, and he's caught everything that's been thrown at him. So he's showing good hands for that Seneca receiver.
Gavin Klaus is a 5'11", 165-pound quarterback. Not real big, but he's got a strong arm. So he'll keep it this time on 4th down and try to get the first down, and it looks like he's going to get it done.
Yeah, it's just quarterback sneak right up the middle.
Powered himself right across the midfield stripe.
Yeah, he got 5 on that quarterback sneak, so good power running. You know, you just said 5'9", 165 pounds, but he used every bit of it for that 5-yard gain.
Yeah, a lot of that was on his own. That was
he
broke through his line and just kept on pushing.
That's just determination on his part.
So 1st and 10 for the Indians. Klaus again will hand off this time. No place to go. Tackled at the line of scrimmage. We'll give him a yard. 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Marvin Canales meeting him right there in the hole. Maybe a short yard pickup there. So nice defensive play by Marvin there in the middle of the Aurora defensive line.
So 2nd and 9, 4:12 remains here in the first half. In Seneca, Hound Dogs on top, 14-0.
Aurora crowd in the box. First back through.
Hatfield carries to about the 44-yard line, so he'll pick up 4.
Whiteneff stopped him after that 4-yard gain.
3rd down and 5 for the Indians as we are under 4 minutes left in the first half.
Hound defense needs to stiffen and get that ball back.
Zach Dunham checks into the game, so keep an eye on him. Wherever he lines up, he's going to line up far to the right side, all by himself out there. And that looks to be where they go, but they're going to go with the running game as Lance Heimer is met by the defense.
Blake Williams ran him down from behind. He only got about 2 yards. So here we go, 4th down and a short 4 or a long 3.
4th and 3 for the Indians. Klaus has his play.
This one place where they might try to draw the Hounds offside, so they need to watch that ball and don't jump.
2:54 and counting.
And ticking.
Klaus under center. Sends the runner in motion. Takes the snap. He's going to roll to his left and keep it himself. He's coming to the left side, and he is knocked down by Devin Hilton at the 40. Gets to the 38, and that'll be enough for a first down, it looks like, from here. Yep, they give him the first down. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
He needed 3 and got 4. The official winds the clock. We're down to 2.5 left in the first half. Hounds need to stiffen here.
Hilton did a good job of getting on him, got on him low, and he was able to dive forward to get that yard he needed. So 1st and 10, Klaus in the backfield. Takes the snap, roll into his left, looking for a receiver. That pass is incomplete, but there are flags intended for
Dunham.
Zach Dunham.
Trying to think as soon as they turn here. That's Devin Hilton. He got there a tad bit early, probably 2 or 3 seconds early. So it's going to be pass interference on the Hounds. That'll move the ball deeper into their own territory. So that'll be 15 yards.
2:13 left on the clock. Seneca has 2 timeouts remaining. They had to burn one early in the first quarter, if you remember, on a 3rd down play.
First down, the ball goes all the way to the Hound Dog 24-yard line for the Seneca Indians.
Gavin Klaus under center, 1st and 10 from the 24. Takes the snap, and he gives it to the first guy through.
Kept it.
Fooled me again, didn't he? He looked like he ended that first guy through, but Connor Savage was not fooled.
Stepping up. Blake Williams was there close. Maybe got 2 yards on that carry. Nice play by Connor Savage and Blake Williams to stop him.
2nd and 8 for the Indians. Less than 2 minutes remain. So they don't only have to play against the Hound Dogs. They got to play against the clock right now.
The clock is not their friend.
Klaus in the backfield. Takes the snap, rolls to his right. He's looking for a receiver. He's got his man out there to the right.
Ball bounced in.
I think that was intended for
Dunham again.
But it's incomplete.
Made a nice nice grab for shortstop, but that doesn't work in football.
Stops the clock, though, so they'll have a 3rd down and 9 with about 1:37 left here in the first half. Aurora holding on, still pitching the shutout, 14-0 over the Indians here in the first half.
Yeah, thing with this Seneca attack, it's not a quick strike thing. They're going to run the ball. If they happen to break along one, that'll be great. But, if the Hounds can get out to a lead and hold it, that plays into their.
Klaus rolls to the right. He's going to keep it up the middle. He's got a little bit of running room there as he's able to get down inside the 10-yard line, and that'll be about the 11. Be 1st and 10 from the 11.
So about 12 yards on that carry. Nice fake by them. We got a player down for the Hounds.
Hounds have a player down on the field. We'll take a quick break while they check on him, and we'll be right back on the Talon Radio Network.
Something to think about. Do you know talking to your kids about alcohol? Is it the kids with the fake teas, or friends drinking at teas, or maybe someone offers to buy them beer from a local convenience store, or the parent that says it's okay to drink as long as they do it at their house? Who is talking to your kids about alcohol? Shouldn't it be you? For more information on how to talk with your kids about underage drinking, visit theozarks.org. Brought to you by Lawrence Team, paid for by Act, Missouri.
Aurora's Leslie Head is up and walking off the field in his own power. So that's
Actually
good to
ran, so that's good to see. He may have just lost his wind.
So here we are with 1:29 left in the first half, and the Indians have a 1st and 10 from the 11.
They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown, but again, that clock runs at 1:18.
Gavin Klaus.
We got a whistle.
Getting ready to get under center. It looks like there may be a timeout.
Timeout Seneca.
The Indians will call a timeout here as they're down deep in Aurora territory trying to get on the board, but so far the Aurora defense has been pretty strong until this drive.
Well, the old bend but don't break rule is kind of what they're doing. So Hounds are shuffling a lot of different players in there tonight. I'm seeing some numbers out there that we haven't seen very often. Some young men that we're going to. Caden Clark, number 44, he's seen some playing action here in the second half. He's one of those guys that we're going to be relying on here in the future, but it's good to see him get some varsity action here tonight. 1:15 left here in the second quarter. Seneca comes back out on the field. Hounds defense breaks their huddle and comes out. So Hound defense needs to stiffen and prevent this score here in the last 15 seconds.
Both teams back out on the field ready for this last minute. and 15. Klaus is under center, ready to go here on 1st and 10. Takes the snap, going to roll to his left, looking for a receiver. He's got a man, but he cannot complete the pass as his receiver was open on that play.
That was a big tight end, number 81,
Gavin Dunham. We've already called him Dunham name a couple times. That was his younger brother.
He's a well-fed young man. He's a big boy. Let's see what they say how big he is. 6'3", 250. How would you have to cover that as a tight end? Wow.
2nd and 10 for the Indians. Just over a minute left here in the first half.
Timeout.
And now they have to call a timeout, and that's not a wise use of timeouts.
So that's their 3rd and final timeout with 1:09 left here in the first half for the Indians.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Talon Radio Network.
This live broadcast of high school on the Talon Sports Network is brought to you in part by Sportscaster Club members. Berry County Department, whether you need your well water tested or
longest
flu
one.
shots, check with the Berry County Health offices in Monett and Cassville. Call the Cassville office at 847-2115 or the Monett office at 35-8402 for more information. Bank of Southern Missouri with locations in Blakeman, Willard, Shellknob, and Hughes. Visit them online at freedombeach.com. Member FDIC, equal house.
7-0.
When you're rated for something, or maybe a hand-cut steak or some great Italian food like spaghetti and head on over to your restaurant, Highway 60 in Monett. And Phil Davis, State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. For live auto or call Phil Davis at 66165.
And back in Seneca. Klaus is under center. Here we go. Klaus rolls left, going to keep it himself, takes it back up the middle as he cuts inside the 10 at about the 8.5, 9-yard line. He'll pick up a couple.
Connor Savage again, and Grayson Heath in there stopping him. Connor got him down low, and Grayson Heath cleaned it up.
The 3rd and 7 as they have no timeouts remaining, so they'll line up quickly. And here they go as Bratton gets the ball. And Caleb Baker's got a hold of him. He holds on to about the 2, and they can get a first down at the 1, but they are out of timeout, so the clock continues to run inside 40 seconds here. 4th and 2, there is room for a first down inside that goal line. So let's see if the Hound Dogs can hold on here as Klaus under center. Takes the snap, hands off to his receiver. That's a touchdown.
Hatfield, 2-yard strike.
Hatfield finds the opening in the defensive line there as he gets through pretty easily, almost untouched.
Yeah, when you're that close, you really have to be on your game to stop somebody from getting that short yardage. And he walked right through a hole you could have drove a truck through. 22 seconds left in the second half.
3-yard touchdown.
Second quarter.
Gets the Indians back in this game with 22 seconds remaining. Extra point is up, and it is no good.
Extra point tip, it's no good.
So we're 14-6 in favor of the Hounds after a 3-yard touchdown run from, tell me again who ran that, Perry. I'm trying to write it down.
Mr. Hatfield.
Hatfield, that's right. You couldn't find a McCoy to get in the way.
No.
Let's see, a couple of scores to throw your way. Lamar in the second quarter only up on McDonald County 8-0.
I don't know. I'm not there, but I wonder if we're not seeing a JV team for Lamar not wanting to risk somebody getting hurt on down the line.
Lockwood leads Pierce City 14-0 in the second quarter. Yeah, that's an interesting score. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah, I bet there's a lot of sophomores playing in that ball game.
I believe last week was Lamar's off week, though, that they had a schedule issue and didn't have a game last week. So it kind of surprises me that they wouldn't have their varsity, first team, whatever you want to call them, in that game. The game is in McDonald County. It's 14-6 now, 22 seconds left. East Newton.
East Newton. See, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
No, you're not alone in this battle. Seneca will kick off to the Hound Dogs. Back deep for the Hound Dogs. You have.
It's going to be short.
Short kick here. Won't get to the deep end. The short guys, that's J.D. Lee, I believe, that takes it to about the 38. Oh, Justice Minihan. Better give Justice some airtime there.
Yeah, don't want to.
Justice will let me hear about it if I don't. So Minihan gets it to the 39. The Hound Dogs have 16 seconds and 3 timeouts. So what do you suggest?
Basketball coach. Pass an onside kick.
So you want to go deep.
See the ball. I want to see
times.
Mr. Dunning. I want to see him stretch this field.
Logan Loffer sounds good too.
That wouldn't be a bad call either.
2 receivers each direction for Peyton Evans as he's back in the shotgun. Take the snap on 1st and 10 from the 39. He's looking down the middle. He's going deep down the middle, but there's nobody there.
There is nobody in a country mile of that one. That intended, I guess you could say, for Logan Loffer, but he was overthrown by 20 yards.
Peyton stepped up in the shotgun to avoid the pressure and then just let it fly.
I don't know if Logan broke off his pattern or...
it looked like Logan had a little bit of a hard time getting away from his defender. Yeah, as well.
Peyton just came back and he just reared back a country hardball, and there was nobody anywhere close to that one.
Same formation, 2 receivers each side. Evans drops back. He's looking up the middle again. He's going to throw it deep down the right side towards Clayton Dunning. That is picked off. Intercepted
by Dunham.
By Zach Dunham at about the 25-yard line. So 2 seconds on the clock, and that was basically a couple of Hail Marys, as we said, the basketball coach making the calls.
Yep.
So
we're going to stop that.
2 long throws. No success in these. But we're going to have 1 offensive play here for the Indians before
right on the 25
our
yard
halftime
line.
break. 25-yard line, 1st and 10. I think they will run 1 simple play here and be very pleased to get out of this
Just
first half
14-6.
So Klaus kneels down to end the first half. We played 1 half here in Seneca. The Hound Dogs up 14-6 on the Seneca Indians. Been a very good first half of football. And we're going to take a break, and when we come back, Perry's adding up some numbers, and we'll give you some halftime stats and do a little halftime show here on the Talon Radio Network.
As teenagers, everyone wanted to go Jeeping, and then you became an adult, you forgot about having fun? Come on, Springfield. I know you better than that. If it's been a while since you've smiled, come test drive a new Jeep at Youngblood. Right now, prices are at their lowest to get you in a Jeep. The summer clearance event at Youngblood Chrysler Jeep. Come ask for Gentry specials this August.
Honey, don't you think that bedroom's a little too hot and this kitchen's just a little bit too cold?
Cousin Bobby did the best he could when he installed the heating. Isn't that right, Cousin Bobby?
Yep. If you plan to have somebody like Bobby install your heating and cooling system, you might check with the professionals. With over 50 years experience, Central Sheet Metal in Aurora knows how to install a new carrier system in your home so every room is comfortable. Central Sheet Metal and Carrier. Professional installation, quality equipment.
School's about to start. Back to school sales on markers, crowns, kid clothes, but what you want is to save money on a car. This month, save big during our back to school event only at Youngblood Nissan. Right now, lease the 2016 Rogue for $189 a month, the 2016 Pathfinder for $279 a month, or the 2016 Sentra for only $149 a month. To see more, visit our website, check us out on Facebook, or swing by and our friendly sales staff will be happy to show you around. Youngblood Nissan. We make it easy for you.
Football, the lights, the cheers of the crowd, and getting to see our local athletes and kids all they've got. Come to a game. Support our local schools. Unity National Bank. A better way. Member FDIC. Visit us online at cnbbanking.com.
Crafton Cantrell Funeral Home of Missouri has been providing a traditional caring service to the community for 100 years. Stop in to genealogy or discuss the services offered by Crafton Cantrell, including pre-planned funerals, cremation services, and traditional funeral services. The people you've trusted for years are ready to assist you as you deal with difficult decisions. Crafton Cantrell Home, 303 South Jefferson New Aurora, Missouri, a tradition caring.
Good calls. They make everybody. By calling a local Allstate agent. As Allstate agents live right in your neighborhood. They can get to know you and your coverage needs. With their local advice, they can help you make sure you get the protection you need and the savings you need. Are you in good hands?
For quote, call Aurora Allstate agent Bill Baker today at 417-678-5163.
Doesn't matter who picks up your trash. These days, many options, but the best choice is the local. We at Doty Trash Service have been doing business locally for more than a quarter century. We have a track supporting the local community through the support of the Chamber of Commerce and other local businesses. From the hiring of local employees using downtown Aurora for the location of a new building. It's clear that Doty Trash Service is committed to the betterment of the community. So choose Trash Service for your sanitation needs. So Doty's at 678-1350. That's 678-1350.
Thunder Bay Car Wash in Aurora. Come discover the comfort and convenience of using the state-of-the-art automatic wash located at 902.
Here we go.
Let their equipment do the work. Thunder Bay is committed to giving you quality service on every wash. The tip is present Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to Sunday, 2 to 5. Major Thunder Bay Car Wash. The car wash challenge.
And back in Seneca, Missouri, halftime here, Big 8 Conference Football. I'm Roger Wheeler with HoundDogSports.com alongside my broadcast partner, Perry Parker. You having fun?
Oh, this is fun. It's Friday night football. You can't beat that.
And a close game.
It is. A lot closer than I thought it would be.
Eli's mad because I left him off there of the list of who's here and who's working. Eli is working hard.
Eli is
he works harder than the rest of us.
Yeah, he's the glue that holds it all together.
He is the man providing Aurora Web TV to you. If you want to stream the game on your computer or smartphone or tablet, you can stream along and follow our broadcast right there on AuroraWebTV.com. Thanks, Eli.
Yeah, Eli is the man.
You're not unappreciated by any means.
No way.
Halftime stats, Perry, 4-0 as the Hound Dogs lead 14-6 at the break.
We'll take a quick look at Seneca here first. They had 3 completions in their passing game, 3 for 7 for 24 yards. They've racked up 108 yards of rushing so far. 5 different guys from Seneca has carried the ball again for 108 yards for a total of 132 total offense, which is about their normal. That's pretty much what they've been doing all season.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen any surprises as far as it goes with Seneca at this point. The 6 points, not a surprise there, and the way that they've gotten it so far. The surprises seem to come on the Aurora side tonight.
Yeah, the offenses seem to struggle, in my opinion. What do you think?
You threw that number at me of rushing yards, and my right arm sometimes is a flag, and I throw up the flag pretty quickly on those rushing yards.
Here's the number. Aurora rushing first down. I'm going to start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rushing yards in the first half.
You're going to take 2 on live radio.
11 total rushing yards.
11 rushing yards for the Hounds in the first half, and that's a concern to me. I know we've had some success throwing the ball. Had a long touchdown pass from Evans to Logan Lawfer that was a part of our offense. But man, you and I continue to throw out there, the need to use Wyatt Neff and even use Peyton running the ball.
Peyton had some rushes. He carried the ball 8 times, but he'd get 3, and then he'd get -2, and then he'd get 2, and he'd get -6. So it's just kind of battling back and forth.
A number of those were from the running back position, which is something we haven't seen from him, but not a lot of success there. He's got a rushing touchdown, but it was from 3 yards out.
But, we talked about when, they would bring J.D. Lee in as the quarterback and then put Peyton as the running back. The entire Seneca defense kind of like, I wonder who's going to get the football.
Yeah,
those first 8 guys, they were keying him completely on Peyton Evans. And
hopefully, it's very likely we see those were set up for what might happen in the second half, and maybe JD will pull that ball back and do something else with it. But right now, Seneca's on top of that.
One thing, that we've said for, the last who knows how long, Aurora coaching staff has been the masters of making those halftime adjustments, and I don't expect anything less here tonight. I think we're going to see maybe some wrinkles that we had. Well, maybe they'll take the wrinkles out. 'Cause the wrinkles of what we did see in the first half.
The wrinkles we begged for 3 weeks.
For
We're
3
now
weeks.
asking for them to use the iron.
Go back to the iron and smooth this offense out.
I'm going to say there is a positive side.
Positive side of
offense.
this, 132 yards passing. 73 of that, 72 of that was one big chunk by Logan Lawfer on that long touchdown. But that's 143 total yards. Not a bad first half, but we got to do something about that 11 yards rushing. I'm sorry, that's the only word I can think of is unacceptable.
We've had the conversations in the past with Coach Kilgo about the running game. He has said publicly that he doesn't want to use Peyton as a running back, and he hasn't to this point. Tonight being the first time we've seen him actually as a running back. We've seen a number here and there, a few quarterback setup plays for him to run the football, but he admits he doesn't want to see Peyton carry the ball that much because he doesn't want to see him get hurt.
Right. He's very, very valuable to the Aurora offense. I've got Wyatt Neff 1 carry for 1 yard, Logan Lawfer 1 carry for 6 yards. You have to, I don't care who's carrying the ball, whether it's Peyton, whether it's Wyatt Neff, you've got to establish some kind of a running game because they're just going to pin their ears back and come after you on that. If you're throwing the ball that much and they don't respect any kind of running game whatsoever, that's going to make it doubly hard to try to throw the ball.
Is some of this a product of the offensive line?
Could be, but we can go back. Aurora has converted to this spread offense, which, a spread offense is throwing the football. You look in the SEC, or the big-time colleges, what do? They throw the football, run on occasion. That's what you're seeing out of the Hound Dogs. But as we go forward, we got to, again, and I'm not belittling anybody, but, I think we have to establish some kind of running attack to stretch that defense just a little because they've got 11 guys within about 6 yards of the line going, I dare you to run. I just dare you. And, with the exception of a couple of long passes, we haven't been able to take advantage of that to throw over the top. So I expect to see great adjustments here in the second half by the Hound Dog offense.
One of the names that we have not called this evening on offense that we've gotten pretty used to calling is Caleb Baker.
It has. He runs those little across the middle patterns. I've kind of kept an eye out on him, and he's been open on occasion or two, but those were the time when Peyton was kind of running for his life back there, and he really didn't get a chance to throw. That may be those adjustments we talked about where they get Caleb a little more involved in the offense the second half.
And as you said, Aurora very well known for their ability to make halftime adjustments, and we'll see what those halftime adjustments are. We've got about 10 minutes remaining until the second half. We'll take another break here, and we'll be back on the Talon Radio Network.
Honey, don't you think that bedroom's a little too hot and this kitchen's just a little bit too cold?
Cousin Bobby did the best he could when he installed the heating. Isn't that right, Cousin Bobby?
Yep. If you plan to have somebody like Bobby install your heating and cooling system, you might check with the professionals. With over 50 years experience, Central Sheet Metal in Aurora knows how to install a new carrier system in your home so every room is comfortable. Central Sheet Metal and Carrier. Professional installation, quality equipment.
As teenagers, everyone wanted to go Jeeping, and then you became an adult, you forgot about having fun? Come on, Springfield. I know you better than that. If it's been a while since you smiled, come test drive a new Jeep at Youngblood. Right now, prices are at their lowest to get you in a Jeep. The summer clearance event at Youngblood Chrysler Jeep. Come ask for Gentry specials this August.
Or it's time for a new unit. Heating and air conditioning. Restaurant. Sales and service. Call Jam. Keller Heating and Air Conditioning. 780-402. That's 678-0402. Keller Heating and Air.
It's the place, new place home. It's a circle of stairs around your fire. Numbers get passed around like bowls of ice. It's bacon and eggs and the skillet going along with the laughter.
We don't just... Agent for details. Shelter insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Free insurance review. Contact insurance agent Grant Baker.
When you want a truck that's more pretty face, one that can handle the loads and the tough jobs, you want a series. And when you want that truck, lowest price with the features the other dealers don't have, then you want Jimmy Mitchell Motors. Whether it's an F-150, 250, 350, diesel or gas, regular, extended or crew cab, Jimmy Mitchell Motors. Then get the truck you want at the price you can't beat. Come to Jimmy Mitchell Motors. See why
Nobody beats your deal.
At the Aurora Auto Plaza, we're a locally owned used car dealership that offers an outstanding selection of vehicles at affordable prices. We have over 50 vehicle inventory and cars starting as $1,000 with a no price staff. Listen to what one of our staff.
Just want to say thank you for everything you've done for us. You did a great job getting us into. We love it, and Mama hasn't worked in a long time.
Mama isn't happy, no one is. As a 2026 in Aurora. 3518 or visit us at AuroraAutoplaza.com.
And back in Seneca, Missouri at Seneca High School, halftime here. Aurora leads the Seneca Indians 14-6, and they are currently introducing some of the 2006 athletes. Is that right, Perry?
Yep, the 2006 homecoming royalty football players and some of the cheerleaders. So this will be their 10-year reunion coming back for homecoming tonight.
10 years. They're still children.
Just pups. Mere pups.
Just youngsters.
I've got T-shirts older than that.
Yeah, we're just jealous.
That's all it is.
What we are. So we're just flat out jealous. Hey, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. here on KSWM AM 940, another edition of the Talking Dogs.
Looking forward to it. We got a lot to talk about.
You should see all the stuff we have to talk about. And we have a special guest joining us.
And before we get the special guest part, we will be at the Hound Dog Barbershop down there with Corey Gray tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last Saturday of the month, so we'll be on location down there to see Corey as he goes about his business, and we'll be trying to do a little radio show, let everybody know what's going on.
If you haven't been by the new Hound Dog Barbershop at 222 South Madison, be sure and stop in tomorrow morning, maybe between 9 and 10. You can see us doing our thing, and Corey will be doing his thing. He's usually got people waiting their turn, but he gets through them pretty quickly down there for sure. We just keep on talking while he's there with special guests as well.
Yeah, we're going to have I don't know if it's a surprise guest for tomorrow, but I'll let you kind of.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'll let you do it.
We can stay here and fight over this all day, Perry. We've been known to fight before.
No, go ahead.
The principal of Aurora High School, Pat Rapert, will join us live for the show. He'll be there the whole time. Talk a little high school sports with us. We're going to pick his brain a little bit about the new baseball-softball duo complex. That
have you been by?
Like I say, looks to be about complete.
Yeah, they've sodded the outfield. They've got the infield turf all down in. They've got the lights, the fencing all up. Dugouts are in. I haven't heard much about the press box and all that, but it won't take long to put up. But
yeah, they can start without it.
Right. It's it's really nice now.
It does. It looks
so
good.
When they get that thing all trimmed and polished, that's going to be a showpiece in Southwest Missouri to play baseball.
It does look nice, and it'll be nice to talk to Mr. Rapert. I know they are starting to make some plans for usage of that field, and there have been some conversations about not using it this year, and there's been some conversations about it getting used here in the next week or so.
I've heard rumors both ways, and maybe we can, squell or squash those rumors tomorrow when Mr. Rapert gets there.
Yeah,
and he can let us know
we're going to have the principal of the high school. Pat was the athletic director last year, first year as the athletic director and assistant principal, and moved up to the principal role this year. We had the new athletic director, Dan. What am I trying to say?
Yeah,
Rob
he's never going to
Brown.
talk to you again.
I was going to say Dan Brown. Isn't that a coach?
Could be.
Isn't there a Dan Brown?
I'm sure there is somewhere. I'm sure there's lots of them, but
yeah,
our guy's Rob Brown.
Yeah, sorry, Rob Brown was in the studio a couple of weeks ago, and we're gonna have Mr. Rayford in now and talk to him a little details.
I think I see Mr. Brown headed this way.
What's that in hand?
I don't know. I thought it might have been a sign that had his name on it, but I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted.
He'll let me have it one way or the other for sure. But definitely tune in tomorrow if you can't make it by the barbershop. Tune in on AM 940 for the Talking Dogs. I'm going to say it's the most popular live sports radio show on AM 940.
I would say you're 100% right. The ratings we pull in over all the rest of them is just astounding.
How many other live talk radio stations or radio programs are there on KSW?
Well, you had to go there.
Well,
we were doing good till you got to that point.
Until I chose to be honest. We're the only one.
When you're one of one, that's, you're the big dog on the porch.
But one thing is for sure, and that is if nobody else likes the show, you and I love it.
We have a ball. We have a blast. Nobody may want to listen to us, but, nobody has any more fun for that hour than you.
No, that's right. That hour goes by so quickly, and sometimes it's the highlight of a Saturday.
Yeah. So tomorrow's going to be busy, but I'm really looking forward to tomorrow morning.
We'll have a lot of fun. So 9 a.m. on KSWM, AM 940, The Talking Dogs. If you can't listen to it at 9 a.m. for some odd reason like sleep, for some odd reason you don't want to get up that early on Saturday, or you're out of the area, it will be on hounddogsports.com. Just shortly after the program, we download it and put it on hounddogsports.com right there on the front page. Perry, you got a couple of updated scores here, halftime scores?
Yeah, these are all halftime scores as we have them right now. Webb City's playing Nixon. Webb City is up 22-3. Lockwood and Pierce City are playing tonight, and Lockwood is up 20-0 on the Pierce City Eagles. Neighbors, Marionville is playing Pleasant Hope, and at halftime, Marionville is leading 36-0. Excuse me. Mount Vernon, our Aurora's next opponent next Friday night, we will travel to Mount Vernon, is leading East Newton 14-6 at half. That's kind of a surprise.
It really is.
Carl Junction is traveling to Carthage, and their first adventure that direction. Carl Junction at halftime is ahead 14-7. And here's kind of still the little shocker, Cassville 13, Monett 7 at half. That one stuns me.
That's two Big 8 shockers actually in there to me, because East Newton should not be able to hang with Mount Vernon's offense, but East Newton is showing us, we talked about it when we played them, that they're not the same team. They're kind of a polar opposite of what we saw in the last couple of years, and they're going to turn that program around, and it may happen before this season ends.
It may be quick. We said, 2 weeks ago when we played them, that this is not your old East Newton.
Yeah.
This is going to be a formidable team. Their numbers are way up, and they're believing. And when you can believe, there's a lot you can do.
And then did
you hear that?
50-0 Lamar.
Lamar over Mack County.
Then you throw in there that Monett Cassville game, and they're kind of like Aurora and Mount Vernon when they get together.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw the records out the window and let those two teams just literally brawl.
That's right. It's just going to be, they call this the Bell Bowl for Aurora Mount Vernon next Friday night, but we're going to get to go over there 2 years in a row to play on their new stadium. But it's the battle for Lawrence County, folks. If you don't have plans next Friday night, like Roger said, you throw the records out the window when the Hounds and the Mountaineers get together. It will be worth the price of a ticket.
All right, let's take a quick break, and it'll be time for the second half. Both teams are getting ready for the second half. So we'll take a quick break here on the Talon Radio Network and be right back.
Block Hardware and Central Sheet Metal has been doing business in the Lawrence County area at their office in Aurora, Missouri for over 60 years. Wow, that's a lot. Central Sheet is your hometown carrier dealer, installing quality carrier air conditioners for over 55 years. Man, that's a lot. Did you know Carrier invented air conditioners that have been industry leader for over 100 years? Man, that's really a lot. Parkway Hardware and Central Sheet Metal is proud to sponsor high school football in the Lawrence and Berry County. Good luck and have a great season. Hardware and Central Sheet Metal, 20 College Street, Aurora. Go by or call 678-3839.
And it's time for second half football here on KSWM AM 940 from Seneca, Missouri. I'm Roger Wheeler, HoundDogSports.com, alongside Perry Parker. And it's been a good first half of football.
It was. It was, we thought the Hounds might be able to run up some points here, but this is just plain old traditional Big 8 football, 14-6 at the first half. Don't know what else we should have expected here in Seneca on Friday night.
Hound Dogs won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. So
no, it's the other way.
That's right. I'm sorry. Seneca won the toss and deferred to the second half. I was watching. I tell you, this red really messes me up. A lot of red.
A lot of red and white. A lot of white and red.
Yeah, white and red. So the Hound Dogs, Jeremy Shobrock, will place the ball down on the 40-yard line as we get ready here for the second half of football, and Seneca Indians wait to receive and take offensive possession to start the second half.
Curious to see, we talked about those adjustments. Curious to see what the Hounds come out with here, trying to slow down this Seneca attack.
I think the Indians have something in this sophomore quarterback, Gavin Klaus.
Yeah, we're going to see him 2 more years, and he gets a little more experience. That's what we said about Peyton Evans the last 3 years. Wait till he's a senior, and let's see what he can do.
Shobrock with the kickoff, a low spiraling kickoff back to the 10. Seneca takes it there and brings it straight up the middle, looking for blocking. Still up the middle, about to the 30-yard line. He'll push himself forward to about 31. See if they give him the 32 almost. So 1st and 10 for the hometown Indians.
Blake Williams and Wyatt Neff on the stop. So Connor Savage even got in there on the stops. They pushed it back to the 31. So the Indians take over 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line as we start the third quarter.
They break huddle for 1st and 10. Gavin Klaus under center, 2 running backs behind him. He's got Spencer Breton back there, hands off to him. To the right side, Hound Dogs knocking down about the 34 for a pickup of 3 on first down. So that's a play that we've called a number of times this evening for Seneca.
That's the old bread and butter dive, that split back here. Those 2 running backs back either side of the quarterback. That's Seneca bread and butter football right there.
Second down, Klaus hands off to the first man through. That is Bratton. He's got running room at the 50. One man can catch him. That is Caleb Baker, and he will not as Bratton runs away from him. Spencer Bratton with the 66-yard touchdown run to open this second half. 14-12, our score, as they score with just 2 plays to open the second half.
He went right up the middle. There was nobody. Once he got past the line of scrimmage, everybody had sucked up to defend the run, and when he popped through that line, he had nothing but yard lines in front of him and went basically untouched, 66 yards to the end zone. They're going for 2. The snap's back, hands off to Bratton. He sweeps the left end. He's still trying to get the corner. There's a flag on the play. He's in for the 2 points, but we'll see what the flag is.
The official is signaling that it's no good, so it must be on the Indians. We'll wait for the call here.
That's usually in the vicinity of a hold, but there it is, a holding on Seneca. So they'll back them up 10 and try it again.
You know what the rule was on that? It almost seems like if you get a penalty on a conversion, that should end the opportunity. But I'm not on the rules committee.
We'll put your name in.
Don't. Please don't.
The competition committee for Class 3 Missouri High School Athletic Association.
Let's see, 14-12 now. We'll see if they're going to kick the extra point or go for 2 now.
I think the offense is still on the field.
Ball sitting, looks like the 11. Is that correct?
Yep. They're going to try it off the left hash. 1 wide receiver right, 1 wide receiver left.
Quarterback drops and rolls. Klaus to his right. He throws. He's got a receiver. That's that big old tight end, but he's at the 5-yard line, short of the end zone. So at the 11:15 mark of the third quarter, your score now, Aurora holding on narrowly to a 14-12 lead on the Indians.
Yeah, that they come out and just punched Aurora right in the gut, and we're going to have to see how the Hound Dogs respond. This is where you find out what you're made of. The Hounds are going to have to put that offense back out on the field and they need to respond in a big way.
So Seneca scores with just 2 plays.
That, for them, that you couldn't do it any better. They needed to get right back in the game, and they used their power football to bust that open right down the middle, making that big run. So they're going to be pumped up on defense. The Hounds need to find the soft spots and put a score into their own.
Will be interesting to see how the Hound Dogs handle. That's the first time I think they've had that kind of play on them this whole season.
With the exception of Lamar, that's the first big one they've given up.
So 11:15 on the clock here in the third quarter. Seneca getting ready to kick off to the Hound Dogs. Back deep for the Hound Dogs. Taking this one at the 25 is Logan Lawfer to the 35, and they'll have 1st and 10.
About a 10-yard return on that. That was a pretty high kick, and he had to wait for it to come down, and that let the coverage get to him, but he still picked up 10 good yards. So the Hounds will take over 1st down on their own 35-yard line. 11 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter.
2-point lead with 2 failed conversions for the Indians. The difference right now in this one. 1st and 10 for the Hound Dogs.
Peyton Evans leads the offense back out on the field.
Let's see what the halftime adjustments on offense were. We talked a lot about them at the break. Evans in the shotgun. He's got White and Neff lined up directly behind him. Snap, hand off to Neff. Not any running room there on the right side of the line as he is knocked down about the 35. That's the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10.
They're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage, but that, if I remember right, that's exactly the same play that we started this game with. That's almost the same identical play. But
White's I was going to say White's a good-sized running back, but he needs some blocking in front of him to clear out a lane and let him rumble through.
We wanted to see him run the ball a little bit, so get what you asked for.
That's right. 2nd down for Peyton Evans and the Hound Dogs. 10 yards to go from the 35. Evans takes the snap. He's going to look to his right. He scrambles to the right, looking for a receiver. No one there, so he takes off running. He's caught from behind at about the 40-yard line, so 5-yard gain on 2nd down.
Now that's a good start. If you can get 5 yards at a pop, that's something good. You're moving the ball forward, so good for Peyton.
3rd down for the Hound Dogs. Ball right on the 40-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 5. Looked like he wanted to throw that time.
He had Devin Hilton down there in the flat, but he was kind of running for his life, so he really didn't have a chance to plant his foot and throw it. So he just tucked it under and picked up those 5 yards. So here we go, 3rd down for the Hounds. We need a 1st down to keep this drive going.
1st down markers are at the 45. They're lined up at the 40. Evans takes the shotgun snap. He's looking to throw. He's got pressure behind him. Takes off rolling to the right.
All kinds of room on that right side.
Midfield. Pushed out of bounds. Looks like at about the Seneca 41-yard line. So good run. About 19 yards.
Yeah, about 19 on that carry for Caleb.
Yes, he was running for his life.
The flow started to the left and everybody came this way. Well, he pivoted and went back and there was nobody there. So he just took the ball off under and took off and got nearly 20 yards on that carry all by himself.
So 1st and 10 for the Hound Dogs from the 41 of the Indians. Peyton Evans takes the shotgun snap. He's looking to his right, now rolling right. He's got pressure again as they continue to get pressure on him, but he takes off around the right side, finally pushed out of bounds. Looks to be at about the 35-yard line, about 6-yard gain there. Not giving him much time to survey the field for sure, but he's doing a good job with his legs.
He's showing great strength. He was under pressure there in the backfield and pulled away from it and decided I'm going and picked up 6 yards. 6-yard carry, you'll take it every time. Every time.
Interesting way to get it for sure, but he will take it. So 2nd and 4, for the Hound Dogs. Evans once again is going to roll to his left this time, looking for someone. Once again, 4 red jerseys haul him down at about the 43. Gets the ball loose to his Wyatt Neff, the receiver. Not a lot of gain there to the 35, but four defensive guys are chasing after him.
Yeah, it was kind of a little shovel pass, almost like you see in the NFL to prevent the loss. and Wyatt Neff made a sliding grab to make the completion. So, you know, no loss is better than a big one. So here we go. Third down and about 4 from about the 35-yard line.
Evans in the shotgun. He's got a man in motion. He fakes it to him, keeps it himself past
Big hole
the 30.
up the right side.
Pushes and fights his way down to about the 26.
About 9 yards picked up for a first down.
9-yard gain as he faked the handoff to Clayton Dunning coming through the backfield from his receiver position and then took off up the middle. Quick burst of speed from Peyton Evans.
That was a design quarterback run. As soon as he got the ball, he started making progress toward the end zone, and he showed just a little bit of patience, and that hole opened up, and he got those 9 quick yards.
So 1st and 10 from the 26 for Aurora, leading 14-12. Dunning in motion again. He gets it this time around the right side, and the jet sweep is good as he's down inside
Still
the
going.
15, but there is a flag.
A little hinky back about the 30.
Back near Peyton Evans in the backfield.
We haven't seen indication yet. There it is, holding on the Hound Dogs.
So that'll bring that back. 14-12, the Hound Dogs holding on here against the resilient Seneca Indians.
Spell that.
I know.
Resilient.
Yeah. There's a Z in there somewhere the way I spell it.
Yeah, you're from the Ozarks. Where that flag was thrown was about this point of the handoff. I wish we had replay because I'd like to see where that hold was.
Yeah, there was no one there back there but Clayton Dunning.
And he handed the ball off. So I was kind of a curious call. I'd like to see, you know, where's the big board at Jerry's World for the replay.
Got a player down for the Indians, ball marked on the 40-yard line while they tend to him. Let's take a break. We'll be right back on the Talon Sports Radio Network.
Credit Law Office can assist you if you've been injured in a slip and fall. Our attorneys have over 75 years combined legal experience. Let's put that experience to work for you. At Pettit Law Office, you don't pay attorney's fee in a slip and fall case unless until you receive your settlement. Call the Pettit Law Office for competent, now experienced attorneys. Located at 200 South Elliott in across the street, Call the law. Choice of an attorney is an important and should not be based solely on oversight.
And we're back live in Seneca. Matt Caputo up and walking on his own power for the Indians.
He's just a little dehydrated, have a real bad muscle cramp, so they're going to try to stretch him out and get him some fluids, and he may be able to get back in the game.
For September 23rd, it's
very, still warm.
Very warm.
When we got out of the van tonight, it was showing 87. It's not that warm now, but it's still a warm, muggy night down here in the valley in Seneca.
So the Hounds have 1st and 24 now from the 40 after the holding penalty. Negated a nice run by Clayton Dunning.
Hounds may go back to that play later in the ball game.
Wyatt Neff is lined up behind Peyton Evans in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls to his right. Looking deep for a receiver. He's got his man. That's Clayton Dunning. He's got it.
Pulls it in.
He pulls it in at about the 10-yard line. Nice catch by Clayton Dunning.
29-yard reception.
Needed 24, got 29. And
that's good for him. I'm glad he did that.
Inside the 10, so it will be 1st and goal for the Hound Dogs.
Yep. Ball is just inside. Ball's just inside the 10-yard line, so we cannot get a first down. Again, Hounds have to come away with points when you get down on this side of the field.
Keaton Willard lined up far left side by himself out here. We got a flag. Not a flag, but a whistle.
Timeout, Seneca.
Seneca takes the first timeout of the second half at the 8:08 mark. Currently trailing Aurora 14-12.
Coaches must have saw something they didn't like in the way the Aurora was lined up, and they didn't hesitate to call that timeout. So, like you said, we're 8 minutes left in the third. Both teams go to their respective sides. They're getting a little drink of water, Gatorade, whatever they've got, getting refreshed here. So we're going to get lined up here before very long. And Hounds again, 1st and 10, just inside the 10-yard line of the Seneca Indians. We're going right toward the totem pole. If you've been down here before, you know exactly where we're at.
Carthage and Carl Junction tied 14 apiece in the third quarter.
Wow.
Mount Vernon up 28-6 now on East Newton after a 30-yard touchdown run. And we're ready once again, 1st and 10. 10 just inside the 10 for the Hound Dogs. Peyton Evans in the shotgun. He calls the play, sets his runner in motion. He's going to take off himself, calls his own number up the middle, down to about the 7. So he'll pick up 3 on 1st and goal.
Those were 3 tough yards.
That looked to me, tell me if I'm right, that looked like a designed play for him to run the ball.
It was. They brought Dunning from that outside receiver position back through the backfield and thinking that they could catch him looking for that sweep. And again, that was just a design play for Peyton Evans to take the ball and run right between the guard and the tackle. Picked up 3 yards.
Second and goal for Peyton Evans.
Not the 7.
He's got Wyatt Nevitt to his right. Takes a snap, going to look left, quick throw out to Keaton Willard on the left. He'll try to beat around the corner, and he makes it down near the goal line. Not quite in the end zone, though. As Keaton Willard he throws himself in the air and doesn't quite get across that plane.
We're still waiting on the spot. It's got to be close.
Looks like the 1 yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 1. Nice throw and catch, real quick throw. One-step drop by Peyton Evans, and he fired it out to Willard. Willard used his speed to try to get around the edge and almost made it in the end zone.
2 plays to get 1 yard. Let's see what the Hounds dial up here.
Evans is still in at quarterback. He's got
up
Neff
under center
behind
this
him.
time.
Watch for Wyatt Neff here. Nope, he's going to take it himself up the middle. No signal yet. Yes,
there
touchdown.
It is. Hound Dog score.
1 yard touchdown run for Peyton Evans as he gets his 2nd score of the game.
7:15 in the third quarter. Young man the size and the strength of Peyton Evans, it's hard to deny him 1 yard. Hounds line up here to go for 1. Peyton Evans is the holder. Showbrock getting ready to do the point after try.
Your extra point brought to you by Craft and Cantor Funeral Home in Aurora. Give Steve a call at 678-2144. Showbrock's kick is up, and it is signaled good. So 21-12, the Hound Dogs retake the lead, and maybe more important is that's more than a 1-score lead, Perry.
Absolutely. It gives them a little breathing room. We talked with the Hounds needed to respond after that long touchdown run by Seneca, and, they methodically moved the ball down the field. Had a couple of penalties and kind of worried us, but, thanks to one big long completion to Clayton Dunning, it kept going. So, nice drive. Resulting in a score for the Hound Dogs.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Sports World, 709 Main on the Square in Cassville. For in-stock area team logo clothing and Letterman jackets, plus screen printing and embroidery on shirts, caps, jackets, sports uniforms, and more, give Sports World a call, 417-847-5366. We do appreciate our advertisers who make it possible for us to bring the game to you on KSWM AM 940 and on AuroraWebTV.com, the streaming live video of the game.
Yeah, you can watch it on your tablet, on your phone, your computer, whatever device you choose. It's just, gives us that much more access to Hound Dog football.
Showbrock's kickoff is to the 12. It's taken there by Dunham. Dunham finds a hole at the 35-40, 45 past midfield, and gives the Indians great field position inside the Aurora 39-yard line.
Showbrock, the kicker, slowed him down, and Logan Loffer and J.D. Lee managed to jump on his back and pull him down. But the Indians get great field position on the Hound Dog 39-yard line.
Found success up the middle on the kickoff. That's the same way they were able to get the touchdown run earlier by Bratton.
The outside pursuit guys from Aurora forced him to the middle, but there was just a lane, and he squeaked through it for that big return.
Seneca only ran 2 plays on their first drive in the second half. We'll see what they've got here in their second drive. Klaus hands off to Bratton on the left side. He down to the 34. That's 5 yards on first down. Bratton finding some success running here in the second half.
Yeah, they found something they think they can.
What were his numbers in the first half?
6 on the play, second down 4.
I don't know. I'd have
Pressured
to add them up.
didn't I?
Yeah, I just added up team totals. I didn't have his.
Cassville up on Monett 20-14. in the third quarter. Lamar leads McDonald County 43-0. Klaus under center on second and 4 for the Indians. Hands off again, same play to Bratton. Bratton inside the 30.
Got to be close to the first down.
Mark him at the 29.
Carlos Cordova stopped in, Big Carlos in the middle, but they may measure this. It's pretty close.
6:19.
Yep. They're going to bring in the sticks.
6:19 on the clock. Hound Dogs leading this one 21-12.
That last carry by my unofficial numbers has Bratton over 100 yards. First down, just by the length of the football.
At the Aurora, 29.
By my count, Mr. Bratton had 96 yards in the first half.
They had a good first half besides a nice run to start the second half.
Yeah, 66 of that 96 was one run.
Right. So 1st and 10. And once
Bratton
again, it's Spencer Bratton on the right side this time, and he's down inside the 20 to
Ball's
about
out.
the 16.
Ball's out.
See what the officials say. Looks like Seneca.
They're going to say he was down.
Recovered or was down, so is at the 16. That's a 13-yard gain that time for Bratton.
Yep. Caleb Baker stopped him, but the ball popped loose, and the Hounds recovered it, but the official said he was already down by contact. So Seneca keeps control of the football.
First and 10 from the Hound Dog, 16.
First down for Seneca on the Hound Dog 16. The defense needs to step up.
Seneca making adjustments at the halftime as well, Perry. 1st and 10 at the 16. Handoff this time is Hatfield up the middle. They're finding a lot of success straight up the middle on the Hound Dog defense. He's down to about the 5. That's 11 yards. Cole Hatfield, 5'9", 165-pound junior.
Connor Savage and Devin Hilton in on the stop. Savage is making a lot of stops here, bringing in fresh people, trying to stop this attack.
1st and goal. That would be Hatfield again. Nowhere this time.
Blake Williams met him right as he got the ball, and that stopped Hatfield in his tracks. No gain for Hatfield.
Good job for Blake Williams to get the tackle here inside the 10-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 5. Hounds lead by 9, 21-12. 5 minutes and change remaining here in the third. Klaus under center, 2 running backs behind him on 2nd and goal. Keeps it himself straight up the middle. He's going to gain 2 or 3, it looks like. Looks like they're marking him about the 2.
So we got 3 on that quarterback sneak.
3rd and goal from the 2. Marvin Canales, Grayson Heath credited with the Hound Dog tackle. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from the 2. 4:40 left in the third quarter.
Hatfield and Bratton in the backfield. Klaus under center. Takes the snap. And he will hand off to Hatfield. Hatfield spins and is near the end zone, and he's in.
He's in, 2 yards.
4:23 on the clock as Cole Hatfield gets on the board. His 2nd touchdown of the game for the Indians to get them back within 1 score here.
Somebody's down for the Hounds. I'm guessing it's a cramp. Can't tell the number from here. Looks like be Connor Savage having a little calf cramp, so they're going to pull that toe up and straighten the leg and straighten that cramp out.
So 21-18 at the moment. Seneca lining up, it looks like. Can you tell what formation they're in? If they're going to
No, they're down on the knee due to the injury. So
injury.
Both sides showing sportsmanship. Let this young man get some medical attention. Connor's up. He's trying to put weight on that right foot.
A big hand for 47, Connor Savage.
He's one of those guys, if it's not bleeding or a bone sticking out, he'll be back.
He's able to walk off gingerly on his own power. Good football game here tonight in Seneca. A good Big 8 football game. Battle between 2 teams desperate for a win.
Seneca lining up for the point after try. The officials waiting for Connor to clear the field. He turns around and puts his hand in the air and calls for play.
Extra point attempt here coming. 21-18 our score now. The kick is up, and it is, looks good from here.
It is good.
So 21-19. Our scores, the Hounds are holding on narrowly, Perry, to a 2-point lead over Seneca.
Yeah, 4:23, like you said. There's a lot of football to be played here. You know, the last thing we expected was the last one with the ball may win this thing. So, you know, both sides, you know, we talked about adjustments. You know, at halftime, Seneca found something in the middle of the Hound defense that they've been exploiting, and the Hounds have been getting yards on the outside. So kind of two different modes of attack, but both teams march right down the field on their possessions and score touchdowns here in the third quarter.
I have to say, I'm still a little shocked to understand how East Newton beat them 14-0 last week. It had to be something to do with the conditions, but I don't see how you keep this team scoreless.
I don't either. Cassville in the fourth quarter up 20-14 on Monett still.
I saw on Twitter where Monett had a 4th down inside the 5. We'll see if they are able to stay in that one or not. That could be the ball game right there. But short kickoff here for the Hounds, retrieved by, is that Lawfer?
Yep.
Logan Lawfer past the 30 to the 34, almost to the 35, where the Hound Dogs will take over 1st and 10. So 4:16 on the clock here in the third quarter, and we've got a football game. Aurora leading Seneca 21-19.
Yeah, this one's going to be worth the price of a ticket before it's over. Well, it already has been, but this one's going to get exciting here with about 16 minutes of football left. Put the ball right on the 35-yard line. Peyton Evans leads the Hound Dog offense back out on the field. There in the huddle, he's giving the play. The Hound Dogs come to the line of scrimmage.
Evans has Wyatt Neff lining up to his left. He's got 2 receivers on each side. Keaton Willard in motion left to right. Snap is low, but Peyton Evans has it, throws to the right. He's got his man out there. That's Willard. Keaton Willard at the 45-50. Finally knocked down at the Seneca 49-yard line. So that's 17. As they were trying to add for you real quick there to get that one for you. 17-yard completion to Keaton Willard. So it's more Keaton Willard tonight than Caleb Baker on those short passes, and that may be Seneca was expecting more of number 10 instead of number 1.
Well, Keaton made a nice grab and turned upfield, and young man from Seneca just clipped him, or Keaton would have gone a long way. He was the only guy between Keaton and the end zone.
Evans looking to the right. He's got Clayton Dunning at
Dunning
the 40.
Spins out of it.
Spins out of the tackle at the
Still
35.
going.
Got one blocker.
Still going.
2 more tackles. He's broken out up down to the 31, and he's going to fall forward to the 30. Nice job. 4 tackles that Clayton Dunning was able to escape from to get to the 30 and pick up 19 yards.
2 19-yard completions in a row, or 17 in a 19. He gained close to 10 yards after he broke 4 tackles. Great determination by Mr. Dunning there.
So 1st and 10 for the Hounds from the 30.
Here's the response that we were needing from the Hound Dogs.
Caleb Baker in motion right to left. Peyton Evans rolling to his right. He's going to keep it. He puts his head down and hits the shoulder pads with the defender at about the 28, just a couple of yard gain on 1st.
Yeah, they still make him, yeah. They're going to give him 2. You know, Seneca still has to respect that running ability of Peyton Evans.
Had a little option going there. He had Wyatt Neff in the backfield with him trailing in case he wanted to pitch it out. But Peyton keeps this one himself.
Yeah, and it was good to see him to lower his helmet and his shoulder pads and initiate contact. He was not just going to go down.
2nd and 8 for Evans. He fakes the handoff to Dunning, keeps it himself, looking for some running room and waiting on his blockers. Takes off down the right side and finally knocked down at about the 23. 5 yards on the 2nd down, so 3rd and a couple left for the Hound Dogs here.
That was almost a busted play. He looked for somebody to hand it off, and there was Seneca Indians all around him. Well, he stepped up like he was stepping up in the pocket and just kind of took off and scooted around that right end and picked up 5 positive yards.
So the Hounds need 3 2-down territory for sure.
Absolutely.
White Neff behind Evans. Evans with the snap, rolls to his right, looking for his receiver. He's got his man right on the sideline. He says he's out of bounds.
He caught the ball, but came down out of bounds.
That was Clayton Dunning, but he came down out of bounds. So 4th and 3 for the Hound Dogs now.
Clayton did a great job by reaching out there to pull the ball in his hands, but he just couldn't get his feet down in time to stay in bounds.
Biggest play of the game
so far
for the Hound Dogs here, 4th and 3.
2:24 left in the third. Hound Dogs come to the line of scrimmage. White Neff in the backfield, 2 wide, 2 receivers wide, 2 receivers left.
In motion goes Dunning. Dunning to the left. Evans looking to the one man up the middle. That's Baker, and there's a flag there. Baker catches the ball anyway, but I think we were going to have a pass interference if he hadn't. But Baker corrals that one anyway down around the 14.
We'll see what the call is here before we say anything. Pass interference on the defense.
Hound Dogs get the first down, a 9-yard gain by Caleb Baker. Monett now on top of Cassville, 21-20 in the 4th quarter.
Got a Barnburg going in Berry County.
Mount Vernon up 21-6 on East Newton. So the result of the penalty will be a Hound Dog first down. They're marking right now at the 14. We'll see if that's where they put it down. There he goes.
They're going to mark him right, looks like about the 12.
So with the penalty, 1st and 10 for the Hound Dogs from the 12. 2:17 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. The Hound Dogs up narrowly, 21-19 on the Indians.
Again, they're inside that 20-yard line. The Hounds need to score points.
Evans in the shotgun. In motion comes Willard. Fakes, hands off to Isaac Martinez. But he is brought down in the backfield at about the 18, almost the 19-yard line as he comes out of the receiver position and can't get around the corner.
Loss of about 6.
Okay, you start 1st and 10 at the 12, and now you've got 2nd and 16 from the 18.
That one didn't fool Seneca Indians at all. They were waiting for that one. Their cornerback had stayed at home just like he was supposed to and was waiting for that to come around the end.
2 receivers each direction. Dunning in motion. He fakes the handoff to Dunning, and Evans is going to try to get around the right side. He puts the ball on the right side of his.
Stumbles, still on his feet.
Ball's
out.
Loose as he switched arms there to try to keep that from happening. But Seneca has recovered the fumble at the 1:44 mark of the 3rd quarter.
Right at the 11-yard line, they deny the Hounds offense.
I saw Peyton switch from his left to his right to avoid that from happening, and doggone it if it didn't happen anyway.
That might have been where it popped out.
So Seneca, 1st and 10, trailing the Hound Dogs by 2 here late in the 3rd quarter. Remind you once again, you want to watch the conclusion of this on the Web TV feed. You can go to aurorawebtv.com and watch the exciting conclusion here from Seneca. Seneca 1st and 10 with Klaus under center. 2 running backs behind him. There's a flag here. Timeout
Aurora.
Called by the Hound Dogs. So they take a timeout. We will as well. We'll be right back on the Talon Radio Network.
A football team cannot succeed with a spirit of cooperation and teamwork. The team at Jernigan's True Value wishes the Aurora Dogs lots of success, both on and off the field. Visit Jernigan's True Value at 100 East Church Street in Aurora for all steel power equipment, Yellowwood lumber, and rental needs.
Well, they've had
Jernigan True Value and Just Ask Rental, proudly serving our neighbors since 1973. Every project is a true value. Hound Dog.
And back in Seneca, Roger Wheeler alongside Perry Parker. We were just talking, Perry, during the break that we expect to see a little bit of the Spencer Bratton show now.
Yeah, you're going to see a ground attack like we haven't seen before. We've still got 1 whole quarter plus a minute 44 here in the 3rd. We're just making comments here. You know, both of these teams are 1 and 4. And this crowd on the Seneca sideline is just electrified. It's just a buzz and a chatter. They're excited right now about this Seneca Indians football team.
Carthage and Carl Junction, 21 apiece after 3 quarters. So a good battle going on in Carthage. And here's the first down play. It's a pitch to the right to Bratton. Bratton's best of 15 to the 20, 25. Finally tackled for the Hound Dogs by Clayton Dunning and Brendan Castleberry. First and 10, however, from the 25. So 1:34 left in the third quarter. And we said it might be the Spencer Bratton show here as they try to matriculate this ball down the field.
Matriculation.
I got it out before you did.
Yeah, no, I was just waiting.
First and 10 for Gavin Klaus. Takes the snap, hands off to his first running back through. That is Lance Heimer, and he finds some running room past the Aurora defense all the way up to his own 48-yard line. So 23 more yards on first down, and the Seneca Indians are doing what the Seneca Indians do best.
Caden Clark has apparently stepped into the line for Connor Savage with that leg injury, so good to see Mr. Clark make that stop.
First and 10, Klaus hands off again, the first man through. That
22
is Heimer again. Heimer down into Aurora territory all the way down to the 37-yard line. So that's 13 more yards. They're moving the ball quickly on the ground here. Less than a minute left in the third quarter against the Hound Dog defense.
Those are fresh legs out there running. Give it to him again.
Heimer again up the middle. He's to the defensive backs. That's Caleb Baker and J.D. Lee having to make the tackle. 15 more. Nothing fancy.
No, it's just straight ahead power football right between the guards and the center.
The Hound Dogs are starting to look a little winded, and that just cannot happen. First and 10 for the Indians. Handoff again to Heimer.
Barely stopped him.
They catch him this time in the backfield about the 24. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, actually stopped him back. So Peyton Evans and J.D. Lee on the stop, so they finally stopped the Heimer train there. So finally, you know, the old deal, you run a play till they stop it. Well, we finally stopped it.
13 seconds on the clock here in the quarter. They do not have to run a play if they don't want to. 5 seconds now remaining on the clock with Heimer under center. He will not take a snap as that will run out the clock here in the third quarter. So we played 3 Big 8 football in Seneca, Missouri. Hound Dogs just barely clinging to a 21-19 lead. We'll be right back on the Talon Radio Network. I just disconnected. It just disconnected. Okay.
Honey, don't you think that bedroom's a little too hot and this kitchen's just a little bit too cold?
Cousin Bobby did the best he could when he installed the heating. Isn't that right, Cousin Bobby?
Yep. If you plan to have somebody like Bobby install your heating and cooling system, you might check with the professionals. With over 50 years experience, Central Sheet Metal in Aurora knows how to install a new carrier system in your home so every room is comfortable. Central Sheet Metal and Carrier. Professional installation, quality equipment.
A momentary disconnection there here in the booth, and we are back after a 20-yard run. Quarterback keeper for Seneca down to the 4-yard line. First and goal for Seneca, trailing 21-19.
44.
I'm sorry, very good. They're first and goal from the 4. They lost 1 yard, so second and goal now.
Caden Clark, number 44 for Aurora, blitzed through there and dropped the quarterback for a 1-yard loss.
So second and goal now from the 5.
Hatfield on the carry.
Hatfield, he is in the end zone for the touchdown at the 10:49 mark. So
5 yards. He went right,
but running the football.
Yep, right between the guard and the tackle. Nothing fancy, just plain old power football. Went in untouched.
So that makes it 25-21 in favor of the host Indians, and they'll go for 1 here. Surprised they don't go for 2 here. I guess it doesn't get it past 6, so that wouldn't give them much more of an advantage. So they'll go for the extra point here. Extra point is up, and it is no good.
Loft to the left.
So 25-21 our score.
10 minutes, 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Seneca has taken the lead 25-21. 10:49 left. Aurora has to respond now.
We apologize for the momentary interruption there as the power went away from our connection, and we literally hung up, and we are back now. But now the Hound Dogs have some work to do, trailing with 10:49 left in this one, 25-21.
This could be a very exciting fourth quarter. Lots of time to be football to be played on both sides. You know, this has given the Seneca Indians team a shot of energy. The Hounds need to respond. We've been saying that a lot. The Hounds need to respond. Well, they're in a have-to situation now.
Seneca lines up to kick off. Back deep for the Hound Dogs. Logan Loffer in the middle. Clayton Dunning and looks like J.D. Lee on the other side. Here's the kickoff. Kickoff to the far side. He'll wait for his blockers and take it up the middle to the 30-35.
Got a little bit of room.
A little bit of room. Was that J.D.?
I couldn't tell.
Nope, Caleb Baker. Caleb on the far side. We couldn't see that far over there.
Too many bodies. Looks like the Hounds are going to take over first and 10 right on the 35-yard line.
So a lot of time on the clock. Nothing to get in a rush about here, but the Hounds have got to move the football down the field.
Yeah, they need to start taking care of business. You know, we've been inside the 20-yard line twice and came away empty. You know, we've got to put the ball in the end zone.
First and 10 for Peyton Evans and the Hound Dogs.
Scooted it up to about the 36.
He's under center. No, he's back in the shotgun now. He takes the snap in the shotgun, rolls to his right a little, looking down the middle, trying
to find. All kinds of time.
Got more time this time. Finds his receiver finally at the 48-yard line.
Still on his feet.
Clayton Dunning escapes, tackles again. Tackled at the 49-yard line, 13-yard gain.
Again, Clayton Dunning just shows toughness, makes the catch, makes a couple of turns and spins, gets away. They finally track him down, but not after he picks up 13 yards.
Not easy to bring down, is he?
No, he's quite elusive.
First and 10 from midfield. The ball is right on the midfield stripe for the Hound Dogs. Keaton Willard in motion. Evans drops back. He's looking to his right, then to his left. He's got a receiver across the middle. Pass is complete to Caleb Baker at the Seneca 38-yard line, so 12 more yards. Seneca finding success running the ball and getting double-digit runs. Aurora finding it through the air.
Caleb was kind of absent in that first half, but that's 2 big catches here in the second half, so they seem to be looking for him across that middle all of a sudden.
First and 10 for the Hounds.
Caleb's turned himself into a good possession receiver in that middle area.
Evans is looking again to pass to the right. He's going to roll to the right. He's got room. He's got a receiver over here. That's Clayton Dunning. He goes up high and incomplete. He can't bring that down as Zach Dunham was defending Clayton Dunning.
The ball was thrown a little high. Clayton went up to get it, and right as he kind of got to the apex of his jump, Dunham pushed him out of bounds. So it was a good defensive play. The ball needed to be just a little bit lower you give Clayton a better chance to bring it in.
Peyton looked like he was going to have some running room around the right side, and that Seneca defense closed quickly.
Yeah, the last couple of plays, though, he's had time to throw. I don't know. You know, we've had that success with Caleb Baker going across the middle. Let's see if they go back to it.
On the right side, you've got Caleb Baker and Clayton Dunning out here. Evans in the shotgun. 4 receivers to the right. He's going to set up a screen. The screen catch is made down to the 33. Pass is complete to Wyatt Neff on the running back screen play. 9:23. 9:23 remaining in this one. Seneca on top, 25-21.
One thing's for sure, we're in 2-down territory. There won't be any attempt at a field goal or a punt.
Aurora was up 21-12 at the 7:15 mark of the third quarter. Seneca has scored twice.
Bring in the house. We got flags.
They're going to stop the play, so that's probably going to be some sort of a procedure, would you guess?
Unless Seneca might have been leaning. Let's see. Nope, procedure. You called it.
So 5 yards, that'll move them back. It's 3rd and 5. That'll make it 3rd and 10 for the Hound Dogs.
Both inside linebackers for Seneca came to the line showing blitz, and somebody must have twitched or flinched in that interior line for the Hound Dogs.
13 unanswered points for Seneca.
That clock is running. We're under 9 minutes.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining in this one. Logan Loffer's coming out wide right by himself. 3 receivers on the left side. Evans on 3rd downs, looking left. He's going to find his receiver to the left. Slow.
Incomplete.
There it is. Looking for the flag to come in there. Pass was incomplete. Dunham was in there. Pretty good timing, I guess, by the officials.
I was watching. There was 11 defenders within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. There was not a Seneca defender anywhere in the middle of the field.
You're getting really nervous if Cassville's a part of this. There's no green, or there I saw green, no yellow out there.
Yeah.
8:34, 25-21. Seneca, big play of the game here.
4th and 9 for the Hound. 4th and 10.
Evans has 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap, rolls back. Here comes pressure. He throws it up as he's got Willard
wide open.
Oh! Keaton Willard had that ball, and the Seneca defender knocked it out at the very last second. And Keaton is still down on the ground about the 10-yard line. Oh, that ball looked almost caught, did it?
Keaton was good 2 or 3 steps behind the defender, and I thought he had it. And as he come down, the Cassville defender knocked it out of his hand. And
the Cassville defender?
I did it again.
Yeah.
Doggone it. The Seneca defender knocked it out of his hand.
8:28 left in the game. Willard is sitting up now as they check on him. 25-21.
He actually may have landed on the ball and knocked the wind out of him. They're talking to him. He's moving around. He's pulling on his gloves. He's standing up. He's coming off under his own power. He's going to be all right.
Seneca leads Aurora 25-21.
Takes over on downs on
here in the fourth quarter. And the Indians will have 1st and 10 from the 37.
Hounds have to find some way to get this ball back.
Monett defeats Cassville 21-20. That has gone final. So 1st down, there he goes again. Up the middle as Klaus hands off.
Hatfield.
Number 22, I'm sorry, Cole Hatfield on that carry. They're finding a lot of success.
17 yards again.
Up the middle.
Just gaping holes in their Aurora defense.
1st and 10 from Aurora's 45-yard line. As Aurora has not found a way to stop this running game of the Indians. 1st and 10. That's Hatfield again. He'll pick up a couple, maybe 3, to the 42-yard line for the Indians as we're now under 8 minutes left in the football game.
Caleb Baker sticks his helmet in there and makes a stop for about a 3-yard gain. But 7 minutes, 45 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Hounds need to find somewhere to get this ball back.
Seneca has not been forced to punt this thing away in the second half. They've found ways to move this ball pretty easily against the Hound Dogs. 2nd and 7 from the 43. Heimer. That's Klaus up to keeping it himself this time to the left side. He spins down inside the 35 to the 33. He'll pick up 9. Just needed 7. So the guys running the chains are staying busy, moving down the field once again for the Indians.
Hound Dogs defense is back on its heels. There's some couple of clean shirts out there. I don't know if we've got some injury problems, but that's no excuse. By now they should know exactly what they're doing out there.
Too many tackles having to be made by the defensive backs.
Yep.
For sure in this one.
And this just gives that offensive line for Seneca just that much more energy.
So 1st and 10 from the 33. Klaus hands off on the left side.
Hatfield, there's a flag on the play right about the 34-yard line.
Hatfield to the 26. Need this one to be on the Indians to push this thing back. The clock is at 6:49 left. Hounds trailing Seneca 25-21.
Holdings on Seneca.
There's a hold against the Indians. That'll push them back a little bit here, but Hound Dogs have got to make a defensive stand and get this ball back in Peyton Evans' hands on the offensive side.
Maybe that'll give the Hounds a chance to catch their breath and kind of get ready for this next defensive play. They're literally on their heels.
It's really surprising. We haven't seen that.
We haven't.
You know, this season against the likes of Lamar, Mountain Grove, Mountain View, Liberty, Monett.
Right.
Haven't seen the defense in this position.
1st and 20 from the Aurora 43-yard line. 6 minutes plus to play.
Klaus in the shotgun, takes the snap. Movement again, but no flags this time. Not a lot of room to run this for Heimer on 1st down, so he'll have about a 2 yard. We'll give him, you're going to give him 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2nd down and 19. Carlos Cordova.
Making a stop inside that interior line for the Hound defense.
Just over 6 minutes remaining. Not a lot of time anymore. At the 10-minute mark, you had lots of time to work, but
the thing is, Hounds can throw the ball so they can move the ball quickly, but we have to get it back. You can't throw the ball if you don't have it.
2nd and 19. Got to keep those single-digit runs here. Klaus going to roll to his right. He will toss it out to his running back. That's Heimer. He's down to about the 35. Pickup of about 7 on 2nd down. So here we are, 3rd and about 12. 2 down territory for the Indians.
Yeah.
5:30 and counting.
And they want that clock to run. The more time they can take off that clock, the less time the Hound offense has to operate on the other side of the ball when they get it back.
Seneca breaks out of the huddle using as much play clock as they can. It's down to 7 as they get to the line.
They'll run it down until it's almost 0 before they snap it.
Klaus in the shotgun takes the snap. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going to throw deep down the left side. He's got a man. That is caught at about the 9. There's caught by Dawson Stevens at about the 11. It's his first catch, first time they've thrown to him. But he was open down the left side, down to the 11, and it's 1st and 10 from the 11.
24-yard pass completion. He was 3 or 4 steps behind the entire Aurora defense. They just lost him in coverage somehow.
1st and 10 from the 11. There's room for a 1st down before the goal line. Klaus under center, 2 running backs behind him. He takes the snap, hands off to Heimer. Heimer on the right side. He'll pick up about 3 or 4, down to about the 8. We'll give him 3, 2nd down and 8. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left, Perry, as the clock continues to be the enemy now, the Hound Dogs.
Yeah, just ticking, ticking, ticking. The Hounds have got to get this ball back. to keep him out of this end zone and get a turnover, a fumble, interception, something.
Seneca crowd on their feet, getting
Clapping
loud.
in unison.
Klaus under center, takes the snap, rolls left, hands off to Bratton, nowhere to go. He's down about the 7.
Might have gotten a yard.
They may give him the 6. They give him the 6, he's going to get a couple.
It's third down.
So 3rd down and 5 from the 6.
For the Hound Dogs, 6.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Perry. The defense just looks to be exhausted.
Yeah, they've got to find the hands on their hips, a couple of them leaning over, the hands on their knees. They've got to find some way to draw some energy to stop this running game.
Touchdown puts it out of reach. So here Klaus
3
has
on the
it.
keep. Blake Williams is holding on.
Blake Williams
gets
has
away.
him and gets
J.D.
some
Lee
help.
wrangles him down.
Klaus gets away from Williams, but J.D. Lee is there for the tackle at the 11. So it's 4th down now.
Loss of 5.
4th and 10. There is a first down at the 1.
They're going to try a field goal.
Wow. A field goal would keep the Hounds in it.
They've had some troubles kicking those extra points. They've missed 2 extra points. This is going to be, let's see, where's the ball? 18's going to be about a 28-yard field goal.
Kale Schrader's a freshman as they line up to see if they can hit the field goal. The kick is up, and it is good.
Just over the crossbar, but that's 3 points on the floor, on the board for Seneca.
So it's a 2:39 mark. Our score now is 28-21, and the only good thing about that is the Hound Dog defense
did not give up a touchdown.
Makes them kick the field goal and keep it within a 1-score game here. Hounds will have 2:39 to find a way to get into the end zone here in Seneca as they trail 28-21 to the Indians. Aurora 1-4 on the season. Seneca 2-3.
Okay, we've got two timeouts left, so you can attack the center of the field. You can throw those passes over the middle where you don't necessarily have to throw to the outside. So we've got that working for us, but we need a good return. We've got the right guys back there. Clayton Dunning on the near side, Logan Lawfer in the middle, and Caleb Baker on the far side awaiting this kickoff from the Seneca Indians. Again, 2:39 left in the 4th quarter. Hounds trailing 28-21. Find out what the Hounds are made of right here. Kick is short. Upband takes it, runs right into the coverage. The Hounds will have first down on the 40-yard line. Not bad field position. Held onto the ball. Hound offense is coming on to the field, but the Seneca defense is energized. They found an extra breath here. So
Seneca didn't want anything to do with the return from.
No.
They'd already seen what Logan Lawfer could do, so they didn't want that. But they give up pretty good field position in hindsight. So it's 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Hounds. 2:35 on the clock. Peyton Evans in the backfield. Let's see what he can do. Bad snap, but he corrals it. He's going to put the ball up.
Nearly
Incomplete.
intercepted.
Almost intercepted there by the Indians. Intended for Caleb Baker. 2nd down and 10.
A young man, defensive back, was just kind of playing center field, and he saw the receiver come across the middle. He just went right to the ball and nearly picked it off. 2nd down and 10 for the Hounds from their own 41-yard line.
That only took 5 seconds, so you don't have to get it all in one play. You just got to get the first down here. Evans drops back. He's looking to his left. He's got pressure again. Tries to take off.
Going to be dropped for a 2-yard loss.
The offensive line is not giving him a whole lot of time to look around, but the Seneca defense is playing tough here late in this one. So 3rd down for the Hound Dogs. Timeout called by the Hounds. Ball on the 40-yard line. First down is just past midfield, so they're 3rd and 11 here, Perry. 2 downs here to make 11 yards.
Yeah, you don't have, like you said, you don't have to get this back all at once. You can make, get 4, 5, 6 yards, make that 4th down a little more manageable. We've got a great receiving core out there. You got Caleb Baker can go across the middle. Clayton Dunning can extend the field. You don't necessarily have to go for the big bomb, the home run to a Dunning who can extend the field. If it's there, take it. But, you've got timeouts. I think you got that'll leave us one.
One timeout remaining.
So you can still play to the middle of the field and manage the clock.
So 21-12 at one point. The Hound Dogs in front. And Seneca has rattled off 16 straight points, 2 touchdowns and a field goal here as the Hound Dogs now 3rd and 11 late here in this one. Peyton Evans, shotgun snap, takes it, drops back, looking for a receiver, but he's under pressure again.
He's going to go down.
And he's going to go down again as he tries to get rid of it. We'll see if they mark him down. I think they're going to.
They're going to mark him down at the 35-yard line. So a loss of 5 yards.
So 4th and 16 for the Hound Dogs with 2:10 on the clock, as Peyton just has no time to let those receivers get far enough down the field to run their routes and get open.
No, Seneca's just sitting in the house, and Aurora doesn't have enough blockers to pick them up, and Peyton just has no time to get the ball.
Remember that 16-yard play you said you had?
Mm-hmm. We need it again.
We need it right here, or the Hound Dogs are going to find a way to come to Seneca and come away with their 5th loss of the season.
As long as there's time on the clock, there's time to score, but you have to find something here to dial up for a first down.
Ball on the 35-yard line of the Hound Dogs. They have to get just past the midfield stripe to the Seneca 49, which is 16 yards away. Seneca has been bull rushing the line with success, getting to Peyton Evans 3 times in a row now. Both teams back out on the field. Peyton Evans has Wyatt Neff in the backfield with him. He's got 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Evans takes the shotgun snap. He's looking for a receiver to his right. He puts it up. He's got a man there.
Intercepted.
Intercepted, however. Clayton Dunning was there, but it was intercepted by number 7. That's Derek Burr. There is a flag on the field.
It may be unsportsmanlike conduct on Aurora.
Aurora having lineman downfield. That penalty is declined, and Seneca with 1:57 will take over 1st and 10. Boy, that was close. It looked like Clayton was very close to being hit before that ball got there. But
he had first down yardage, and he was hit right as the ball got there and the ball popped up, and Seneca defender was right there to pick it out of the air. 1:57 to go. Seneca takes over on about the Aurora 47-yard line.
28-21, Aurora out of timeout. So
Straight
quarterback
up the
keeper
gut.
for Klaus as he's going to get past the 45, and the line pushes him down to about the 41. About a 6-yard gain for Gavin Klaus. So 2nd and 4 as the clock continues to run, as the Hounds can't do anything about it.
Now they're out of timeouts, and the clock is definitely not on the Hound side.
Play clock at 20, so they'll use all of that.
That'll be down to about 1 minute by the time they snap this ball.
1 minute? Oh, the
1
clock,
minute
our
left
clock
in
got
the
1
game.
minute left in the game. Right. They're going to use it all. It's still at 10. He's watching it
no
now.
hurry.
Kevin Klaus is looking at that clock, waiting. And he will take the snap and hand off to Bratton. Bratton straight up the middle to about the 36-yard line. 5-yard gain, and that's a first down. Aurora defense has just been able to do absolutely nothing to stop Seneca here in the second half.
No, whatever they found against that Aurora defense, they've just exploited the entire second half to their benefit.
Aurora led at one time halfway through the 3rd quarter, 21-12. They haven't scored since. Now the Seneca Indians in victory formation as we're at 50 seconds left on first down. It's just a matter of snaps now as Gavin Klaus will take the snap, kneel down. The clock will continue to run. They'll have to run one more play.
Probably 2.
But the Indians will improve to 3-3 on the season. The Hound Dogs will fall to 1-5. This will do it right here. There's about a 9-second difference in the clock. Gavin Klaus once again takes the knee. 16 seconds left, and that'll be it. The Seneca Indians begin to celebrate their homecoming win here. 28-21 over the Hound Dogs. And this one was not expected. We're going to take a breather. When we come back, we'll have our postgame show here on the Talon Radio Network.
Hi, this is Sherry Hall, and I want to invite you to come down and enjoy some food at your pizza place located at 1602 South Elliott in Aurora. We have outstanding everyday specials like a $5.99 one-topping pizza and a family special for only $26.45. Our buffet is every day from 11 to only $6.99, and your drink is free. Your pizza place has 10 foods, great prices for your family. And see us at your pizza place and enjoy food and some wonderful company.
Access Family Care Medical Clinic serves Southwest Missouri.
Blackbone resident of Berry County, I appreciate the value of access to quality dental care. As a nurse practitioner, family care, I'm part of
Be
the
careful going home, Corey.
No
on a
doubt.
mission to serve
Get
you.
something to run.
Take care.
No. I haven't seen a defense like that in years.
Clinic, great insurance into our family. Access Family
Seneca earned that
Medical
one.
and Dental Clinics, building relationships, providing great care.
63 yards rushing.
Think about.
For
Do
us,
you know who's talking to your kids
what's
about
their total
alcohol?
yardage?
Theirs,
Is it the kids with the fake
385.
or friends drinking it?
52.
Or maybe someone offering them beer from a local convenience.
Keep an eye on him.
Or the parent that says it's okay.
I'm not right
as long
now,
as
but
they
I mean,
do it at their house.
he'll have a team
Is
meeting
talking
first.
to your kids about
I just
alcohol.
wonder if he'll come
Shouldn't
up.
it be you? For more information on how to talk with your kids underage drinking, visit ozarks.org/ brought to you by Lawrence County Extension Team, paid for by a grant from ACT, Missouri.
As teenagers, everyone wanted to go jeeping, and then you became an adult, you forgot about having fun? Come on, Springfield. I know you better than that. If it's been a while since you've smiled, come test drive a new Jeep at Youngblood. Right now, prices are at their lowest to get you in a Jeep. The summer clearance event at Youngblood Chrysler Jeep. Come ask for Gentry specials this August.
Honey, don't you think that bedroom's a little too hot and this kitchen's just a little bit too cold?
Cousin Bobby did the best he could when he installed the heating. Isn't that right, Cousin Bobby?
Yep. If you plan to have somebody like Bobby install your heating and cooling system, you might check with the professionals. With over 50 years experience, Central Sheet Metal in Aurora knows how to install a new carrier system in your home so every room is comfortable. Central Sheet Metal and Carrier. Professional installation, quality equipment.